Rejectng, fighting not only against the Nigerian government, but against the world.
If you do not believe in what we are doing, then you better get out. We're not going to stop.
Going to lower the flag of Nigeria and raise the flag of the United States of Biafra.
na bose vive na kiti enu na tulaje bwana mabuli vemelem kuja atibe kwa tula ne bovo timalugo no godo kokodo nya no be hule Dani moda tulilu na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka njuba diali Mama abulezi okwenu na bakala kelu ego nezi enwe n'ụbọchị akala kelu ego n'odezi maka na baba n'ụwa aralu n'unuteyi ụmụ Biafra kunyenwe ụmụ Biafra kunyenwe ọnụkwani mọdụ n'ụlọ mọdụ n'ezi bịa kenenwe ọnọ n'enu lira tọnọ na ndagwurugwu senyi tọnọ n'ugwu gbadataghị Kanye wele fobi we na tabanu banyo Magana njuko no 1 million we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata million ke kwa kwacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be wero tamano Omo Biafra kuyenwe Kanye wele fobi we na tabanu banyo Magalo fobi abakama na nugo noy Biafra na bekele umunina Nkabo nkanye Wadati na ijele wanyi bekenemi Akwage bulu kwekere na fande otu Biafra is our hope And the Biafra is our religion Nkodi na wata chieza muno bibu onye iwere ya Wesi ya kene rugio Adubagwo chukwo Ikemba one of Biafra land mongwe Adawunelia kala ya dike Mafondi mojiri diebu mebide debi temele mongwe Amusikwo dogweji mali igbo nine Dogweji malo Biafra miyo Adumegwo chukwu Papa gisi kene logi Philipu Efyong Abusikwa nwoke kwuloku we kwusi okwu si na Biafra ekunye Na ya bụ Biafra ya tulugo wenata Ona bụrụ na ya bụ Biafra ekuigo N'ọkụ ọgụli nwata n'aka na ele Abagise kene logo onye ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Amadike Biafra kede ebe n'olike Amadike Biafra,
Biafra State today for the simple reason that she has no jurisdiction to crime. None whatsoever. I came out of accused from my case and cannot try my case. There are things that are happening in this country that a lot of you do not know. It is my duty to make that very, very clear to all of you today. Because the lies are too much. The lies are too much. I sent a petition to NJC is using her position for personal gain. Her son and her husband are facing corruption charges. They told them that if they convict me, this is what happens. Nobody wants to do it. That's the problem. They sent her to my case. So
the Biafran government they know na exile cabinet na tukunanda na ya ba unuba bakano ya sulobe ya toka imalugenu jisinike akada lo moni Biafra liberation army umuchuku the agents of Biafra land the great oracles of Biafra na no no jisi kelol atugo ya ba ume omo chukwene ase kana the prime minister H.E. Mazi Simon Weba abuzi kwa batobio atwale le mo Biafra bia no anonganga piotembe wile nabe
I just show you will not see.
Yes.
Pagada gidi di kebia no. Biafra no. No na bekenege. Asemo na adele Biafra ni na mo. Aseno adelo no ni na mo. Mandanye na bono mweno utelanyi welien. Mandanye na bono nudono no mwe. Makana mbona boke kwena bodike. Moya na no moya no. No bivo ye dobeli ne no wa believe amalama. A good legacy will last forever, ma believe amalama. And the remembrance of my bless you.
And every one of you, and as I do welcome you, as always, I will ask you to welcome those around you. I welcome you by saying good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of you, because unlike any other, this very broadcast simulcast on multiple platforms this very day, morning, noon, or night, depending on where you are.
is being relayed right across the face of this very planet Earth. A lot of people are watching, a lot of people are listening, and many of you will be blessed as a result of it. And as I do welcome you, please endeavor, or should I say, try to welcome other people as well. My name is Nnamdi Kanu. I am the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra all over the world, the director of Radio Biafra and Biafra Television, and by the very special grace of the Most High Elohim, a servant of the wonderful people of Biafra. Regardless of where you are, as I said earlier, we are welcoming you, and we are going to pray as it is customary for us to do here. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you, and before we proceed, we are going to pray. As it is usual with us here on this platform, we pray because we are nothing without the Almighty. We are going to offer praise and adoration to Him as always, and I will, of course, should I say, unfailingly pray in the language of heaven. Some may misunderstand, some of them may try to misconstrue, but one thing is certain right now, in the presence of the Almighty God, Elohim, Adonai, El Shaddai in heaven, the angels are singing, worshiping, and praising the Most High with the very oldest language on the face of this very earth, the Igbo language. And that's how I'm going to pray. Ezi onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ ime ihe niile, Chukwu okike abịa ma bụ onye anyị na-efe na-agọzi aha nsọ ya, onye ọbụla ya na-achị, onye mmụọ na mmadụ na-erubere isi, onye ọbụla ya bụ ọkaka. Ụbọchị ene ka anyị na-etuga eze ebube dị ngọzi, mmalite na ọgwụgwụ. Ndị gboo wee tuo oge ebighị ebi, onye nwe m, ụmụ gị wee gbakọọ n'ụwa niile iwe nara ozi ọma nke gị onwe gị n'ezi ha site n'ọnụ mmadụ dị ndụ, nna nke ebere dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-asị na onweghị ihe ọbụla nke anyị onwe anyị bụ n'ihi na ọ bụ anụkpa ahụ sọsọ ka mmadụ dị ndụ bụ. Ofu ụbọchị anyị ga-anwụ, maka na okwu nsọ gị na-adịgị ma ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. N'ihi na okwu gị niile ga-abịarịrị na mmezu. Ọbịa mere Biafra ga-eji wee bịa na mgbe nke anyị. Anyị wee na-akpọkụ wee na-arịọ gị na-asị, lekwa ude nke anyị na-asụ n'akwa nke anyị na-ebe ka o metụta gị n'obi. Onye nwe m na Chineke nna nke igwe, biko dịka isi wee napụta ụmụ gị n'ọbụ n'Ijipt kwetu wee wezuga ụmụ gị bụ ndị Biafra mgbe ekwensu bụ zuu nke mmadụ dị ndụ kere. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, na-asị gị n'ime ọnọdụ anyị anyị ga-ekele ha nsọ gị, wee nye gị nsọpụrụ n'ụtụ na eji ama mgbe niile. N'ihi na anyị enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị, anyị onwe anyị anaghị efe arụsị. Ọbịa mere iji wee na-agọzi nzọmụkwụ anyị niile. Ọbịa mere IPOB ji wee gbaa mgbọrọgwụ n'ụwa niile, anyị anaghị atụ ogwu mmadụ dị ndụ. Anyị wee na-eto gị eze ebube dị ngọzi, sị gị biko gbatara anyị ọsọ enyemaka. Ọ bụ naanị gị bụ onye anyị na-efe nwaanyị akpụ isi ala nye ka i wee napụta ndị gị n'ọbụ nke ekwensu. Anyị wee na-enye gị ofe na nsọpụrụ na ija mma, na-asị lekwa ka ndị iro anyị niile ka kasị wee baa ha ọnụ, ha wee daa hapụghị ikuni ọzọ. Obodo ekwensu bụ zu ala nwekwa n'iyi eze ebube dị ngọzi. Anyị onwe anyị bụ ụmụ gị wee na-akpọkọ ha nsọ gị, na-asị na enweghị chi ọzọ ewezuga gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma, wee na-eto gị, na-asị onye kere ihe niile kere eke mana nwee onye kere na n'otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile site n'ebighị ebi, mara ebighị ka a na-arịọ gị. Ise ise ise. Having handed over our proceedings to heaven, we must therefore proceed unfailingly and very speedily to preach this very gospel that we have been mandated to preach this very day. Unless you understand your role in society, you can never ever make any meaningful contribution. According to the Greeks, there are three types of people on this earth: the idiots, the tribesmen, and the citizens. People don't know the meaning of the word idiot. They think it's an insult. It's not an insult. When the Greeks used the word idiots, they did not use it as a curse word. Idiots are people who just do not care. That is the original meaning of the word. If they write exams, they will cheat. If they are in government, they will steal. An idiot does not care at all. If he eats banana, he throws the peel anywhere instead of putting it in a trash can. According to the Greeks, some societies have more idiots than tribesmen and citizens. As I used to say before, Nigeria is full of idiots. Idiots.
I want to let the world understand what the so-called founding fathers of the Zoological Republic actually said about Nigeria. Since 1914, the British government has been trying to make Nigeria into one country, but the Nigerian people themselves are historically different in their backgrounds, in their religious beliefs and customs. They do not show themselves any sign of willingness to unite. Nigerian unity is only a British invention. Alhaji Sir Abubakar Tafawa Balewa, 1948, a founding father of Nigeria. The second one, Nigeria is not a nation. It is a mere geographical expression. There are no Nigerians in the same sense as there are English, Welsh, or French. The word Nigeria is a mere distinctive appellation to distinguish those who live within the boundaries of Nigeria and those who do not. Chief Obafemi Awolowo, 1947. Now, lastly, let me tell you what Nnamdi Azikiwe said in 1964 after the so-called independence of Nigeria. It is better for us and many admirers abroad that we should disintegrate in peace and not in pieces. Then, should the politicians fail to hit this warning, then I will venture the prediction that the experience of the Democratic Republic of Congo, which is Katanga, will be a chance play if ever it comes to our turn to play such a tragic role. These are the historical facts that nobody can deny. We have it in abundance. So, there are three founding fathers none of them actually believed in one Nigeria. All their founding fathers. But tomorrow now, you see Guardian write the founding father. Our founding fathers will be disappointed. But your founding fathers never believed in one Nigeria. It is here now.
The Fulani approach to the zoo called Nigeria is called the devil's alternative. Fulani, they have this two-pronged approach to the issue of one Nigeria. If they collapse you through banditry, they will overrun you because they believe they have superior weaponry. Right now, and all of them are in this game together. That's number one. If you sue for peace, which idiots like Omahi are doing, if you sue for peace, they will also get what they're looking for because they will plant Ruga in every local government area. The devil's alternative, whichever option you choose, men are going to die. Men will die. It doesn't matter the option you choose. If you wait for them to do things peacefully, which they will never do, they are going to kill you anyway because they'll be Ruga. And you allow them to forcibly take over your land, you are taken over, they will take it by force. And Fulani will plant their people in your local government areas. That in the next 100 years, you'll be hearing about Olo Emirates. And then we'll be like Hausa people. Our great-grandchildren will now ask their parents, what happened? They will tell, oh no, there was somebody called Hope Uzodinma. He was playing politics. He loved Nigeria. There was one called Umahi. He loves Fulani. He used to wear Obada. But then we are gone. As a race, we are finished. And I said to these fools, Fulani Caliphate is dealing with you people, but you don't know it. They are like the vulture. Nigeria is pregnant. If Nigeria dies during the pregnancy, they benefit. Nigeria gives birth to their Ruga, which they want, a new Nigeria, which they want, is also to their benefit. The only people aiding and abetting them are these quislings, the fulefus from the East, intellectuals, and sophisticated morons from the West.
Most of you who claim you own businesses everywhere in Nigeria, for that reason, you want everybody to die. Nobody is above death. Death is going to visit everybody. Just have to pray that you live and make impact in this life. The impact that matters now, as far as Nigeria is concerned, is not the impact to make people millionaires. It is impact to make people to be alive. It is impact to make people to feel secure. It is impact to make people feel they are free. That is the biggest impact you can make. Millions are going to come. People will become millionaires when they are alive. Of what use is it? You make somebody millionaire today and tomorrow he died by gunshot from Fulani. Of what use will it be to the society? You pick up somebody and send him abroad and he come back to Nigeria and police will kill him. It is happening every day. Why do you want to continue to be part of a country like that? Why? We are not the one bringing violence to Nigeria state. Rather, Nigeria aggression must be responded with aggression. That aggression is self-defense.
We have no mercy for those that come to disrupt the restoration of this struggle. We don't negotiate with anyone. We will never do that. Because when you do things like that, you encourage the same thing to be inside the government, and they will continue to do what they are doing. There's an adage that says, no matter how you try to leave them, to forgive them, to accept them, they will still come up with that same behavior. Because Nigerian government has a process of divide and conquer. They use people within to destroy what Biafrans are doing. We already know that, and that is why they are not going anywhere. That is why we stop them on their track. That is why we discover them anywhere they are, and we bring them down. That is what we will continue to do. No mercy. No mercy, because lives have been lost. People have died. Children have died. Innocent Biafrans have been murdered. They've spilled their blood. We are not joking. Anybody, any attorney, any lobbyist, you think we are joking in this restoration process? I pity you. Sorry will be your name. State administrators, those that feel they do not want to follow the path of Obatopie, we also welcome them to quietly and peacefully leave the United States of Biafra. Biafra promotes freedom of association. You are free to go with whomever you want to be with. That is a basic right. We are not going to take it away from you. You are free to associate yourself with whom you want to. But what we are not going to allow is being able to disrupt what we are doing. Being able to use the platforms established by Obotobie to promote your chaos and your divisive nature. Allowing you to use the plans, the maps, the regions that Obotobie has set up to continue to disorganize, disinform our people. We are not going to allow you to do that. But as long as you following whoever calls you on the phone privately, it is okay to go with those individuals. And Biafrans, we truly support you to do that. That is called freedom of association, which United States of Biafra guarantees. There are charters that we signed during our declaration in Finland. And one of that is the basic human right of individuals to associate with whomever they want to. But you cannot do that under the United States of Biafra. There is only one United States of Biafra. Under one command, His Excellency the Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, represented by my humble self, Dr. Orabueze. Anything outside this, we wish you luck, but please leave any platform that either myself or Obatobie has established. You can inquire from whoever you want to be with. They have their own platform. They have where they are doing their own little shenanigans. You can join them there. We wish you luck, but do not be in the platform established by the United States of Biafra and be causing your havoc. On that note, I thank all the state executives that are working day and night to ensure that we all go home by the end of this year. We thank all the Biafra Defense Forces, again, the decentralized forces and some of the units that have been there. We thank you for the coordination. We thank you for what you are doing to gradually move the state of a nation with all the discipline, with all the respect, with all the dignity associated with the United States of Biafra military. That is what this new nation is working on. On that note, I thank all Biafrans that are present here, all the state representatives, all the country representatives. And I want to quickly recognize all the Biafran secretaries and the Biafra cabinets.
Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us on today's program, wherever you are joining from. I appreciate everyone that have spared their time to join us on this broadcast today. Thank you for being part of the broadcast. I beg you, as you join, please make sure you invite at least one person. This message needs to be passed to everybody. We don't have to be economical with the message. As you join this platform, make sure you share the program on your own platform, wherever you are watching from. If you are watching me on TikTok, or you're watching from Facebook, or you are with me on David Hubbard channel where I'm hosting this program on YouTube, I welcome you. Please make sure you share and like the program. Very, very important. The social media network is not our friend. They don't help us to promote our programs, so you have to do that yourself. Everyone here, make sure you share this program. Click like and share. If you are watching on TikTok, tap the screen. Once you tap the screen, you can equally share. Those on Facebook, share it and let it go wide. It is very important. Today's program, very, very important as always. For those who are joining the platform for the very first time, or those who are going to come across our video for the very first time, this platform is a platform that is under the United States of Biafra. The United States of Biafra, under the command of our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, and on the supreme command of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In this very platform, we do not come here to instigate violence. We do not come here to preach hate. We do not come here to attack people or individuals. We don't come here for saga, propaganda, or any form of blackmail. We do not come here to speak against any race or religion. Our purpose of being in this platform is strictly to spread the gospel of peace, to spread the gospel of freedom, to tell the world the true situation of things in Biafra land, to expose the atrocities of Nigerian government against the Biafran people. They expose the war that Nigerian government is hiding. We want to bring it out for the whole world to see and know what is going on in Biafran territory. My fellow Biafrans, I welcome every one of you. Remember, every morning when we come here, it is always an interactive section. So feel free to join us and interact with us on this program. The link for you to join us is on the comment section. All you need to do, as long as you are with us on David Hubbard channel on YouTube, you can join us live if you are watching from TikTok or you are watching us from Facebook. The only place you can join us live is when you join us on YouTube. That is where I host the program. So if you are watching from YouTube, David Hubbard channel, you can equally go to the comment section, click the link on that comment section, and you will be live with me on stage. The only thing that qualifies you to join me on stage is for you to be a human being. As long as you're human, it doesn't matter your orientation, it doesn't matter your religion, it doesn't matter your race or location, it does not matter your ideology or where you focus. You're welcome. We will admit you and we will listen to you. The only thing we ask is that when you are coming onto the program, make sure you appear in a very decent manner. You must be decent in your appearance. We cannot admit you naked. You must be decent because the whole world is watching us. Members of the cabinet are watching. The Biafran government is observing the channel. Secretary of Information and the Deputy Prime Minister are also observing us here. And whatever you say will go a long way to change things. That is why we beg you, while you join us, please make sure you make your contribution in a very civil manner. Speak in a very civil manner. It doesn't matter how angry you are. It doesn't matter how dissatisfied you are. We are not here to gag you. You are entitled to your opinion. But all we ask is that express your opinion in a civil manner so that the world can be able to understand you. So many people are listening. I welcome every one of you. Today we want to talk on a topic which says, happening now, great consequence of rejecting Biafra and persecuting Biafrans. We have chosen freedom. The great consequence of rejecting Biafra and persecuting Biafrans, we have chosen freedom. You know, for a very long time, a lot of things have happened. Every of our leaders have spoken and said certain words, but people take it for a joke. Mazen Nandekano have always said it, that you serve the zoo and you come with shame. And Mazen Nandekano threw a bet and say, if Nigeria refuse to let Biafrans go, they are going to face hell. Nigeria will be worse than Somalia. When Mazen Nandekano makes those statements, some of us think it's just for entertainment. Some call it a threat, and some just call him a noisemaker. Today, every of those single words is coming to pass. Our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpanjoko, also spoke to Nigeria that as long as they continue to hold Biafra ransom, that the economy of Nigeria will continue to nosedive. The economy of Nigeria will continue to nosedive, and nothing is going to work out in that contraption. It is not a threat, but it is a reality. In the same manner, our Supreme Leader Mazen Nandekano warned British to remove their hand from the issue of Biafra. They should take themselves away from the atrocities that are committed against the Biafran people. They should stop supporting evil against Biafrans. If they don't, that their situation is going to be worse than any other country in the world. And their country will be broken into pieces that they cannot be able to mend it anymore. They call the bluff. And today, every of those warning is coming in gradually. My fellow Biafrans that are watching this program, wherever you are watching, if you are a Biafran and today you are still working against Biafran restoration, I pity you. You should be ashamed of yourself. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your tribe. It doesn't matter your location. As long as you're from the old southeastern region, at this point, you are still fighting against Biafra. Shame on you. Great shame on you. And I bet you, every single soul that is from the old southeastern region, the only place you have hope, security and safety is in Biafra. Until you realize that, your calamity will continue to increase. Until you realize that, your calamity will continue to increase. We woke up yesterday and we heard the announcement that was made by the criminal who is parading himself as the president of the Zoological Republic called Nigeria. We heard the announcement of the drug baron imposing state of emergency in a state in Biafra land. A place where they have lost legitimacy. The Zoological Republic government and the drug baron who claim to be in the aim of affair has no right to declare any state of emergency in Biafra land. But as usual, you know they are stubborn. They will never listen. We woke up and we heard the news. And I want you to listen to what this drug baron had to say.
305 of the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1999, as amended, to declare a state of emergency in Rivers State with effect from today, 18th March, year 2025, and I so do. By this declaration, the governor of Rivers State, Mr. Similai Fuvara, his deputy, Mrs. Ngozi, and all elected members of the House of Assembly state are hereby suspended for an initial period of 6 months. In the meantime, I hereby nominate Vice Admiral Eboket Ibas, retired, as administrator to take charge of the affairs of the state and the interests of the good people of Rivers State. For the avoidance of doubt, this declaration does not affect the judicial arm of Rivers State, which shall continue to function in accordance with their constitutional mandate. The administrator will not make any new laws. He will, however, be free to formulate regulations and may be found necessary to do its job, but such regulations will need to be considered and approved by the Federal Executive Council and promoted.
You have heard the drug baron. This is a drug baron who claimed to be the president of Nigeria. When we say Nigeria is a lawless place, people don't understand. They will never listen. The United States of Biafra is a sovereign state. From 29th of November 2024 forward, Biafran territory ceased to be part of Nigeria. And every action that is being carried by Nigerian government in Biafran territory is illegal. But you know that they will never go without a fight. They still have the boldness to declare a state of emergency in Biafra land, even though he doesn't have the right to do so. He doesn't have the right to do so. He suspended the governor, suspended the deputy in Rivers State, a state in Biafra land. The zoo continue to play their game in our territory. I hope the whole world is watching. The deputy prime minister have warned and warned and warned. Don't say you are not warned. Do not say you are not told. And I'm going to read a statement that is coming from the United States of Biafra government. I want you to listen to the statement that is coming from the United States of Biafra government because of this madness that we saw yesterday. State of emergency. No Nigerian military invasion will be tolerated in USB territory. Again, the Nigerian regime continues to impose itself on our people and territory. Biafra is now a sovereign nation since 29th of November 2024, and the Nigerian government is respectfully notified through its head of state. Yet, the terrorist and criminal enterprise continue to impose itself, destabilize and occupy our territory. The United States of Biafra demands that Nigeria and its Western allies respect our territorial integrity, sovereignty, and jurisdiction, and quit encroaching in our affairs instead of acting civilized about the invisible situation of Biafra exists from the long expired amalgamation. It continues with the forceful act of conquest. Its plot and acts are completely unacceptable. This is a statement coming from the government of the United States of Biafra. We could care less about whatever constitutional provision your country may have or use, as long as it doesn't apply it on Biafrans or the Biafran land. It's simply illegal and absurd to declare a state of emergency in a territory of another sovereign nation as an independent nation. It is no longer business as usual. There is no longer room to stomach your perpetual and habitual intimidation and threat of genocide on Biafrans. We have warned and mandated the criminal enterprise to totally hand up from our territory, excuse itself from every single role it may claim to have towards the civilians in our territory, clear off and vacate all its territory, force and group, military, police, militia from our territory, including whoever general or vice general is intended sent to our territory. Any Nigerian military invasion of our territory will not be tolerated. The Biafran government is capable of governing and protecting its people and securing public order and safety. Our nation clearly encompasses 40 confederating states, legally bound through our Declaration of Independence. Hence, all Nigerian named states in the Biafran territory have ceased to exist. This includes the formerly named River State, which comprises of 3 Biafran states, Ahuda, Ibani, and Ihuroha. The good people of Biafra, especially these 3 states affected by this transnational repression fronted by the Nigerian illegitimate representatives whom have been mandated to vacate the Biafran territory, please be on alert and remain resolute. The enemies that continue to come and attack us shall meet their end in our land. Biafra will not give room for the failed states' political games with their Western allies to manifest in our territory. Their every act of evil will surely have consequence as far as the Biafran government is concerned. Remember, the USB has passed a law which permits Biafrans to bear arms for self-defense against external foreign intruders, including the Nigerian terrorists. The government of Biafra stands with you. Be alerted that Nigeria continues to operate under falsehood and denial of the fact on ground and continue to invade, occupy, and hijack our land and resources. Our Prime Minister, Simon Ekpa, have severally warned both the national and international investors who continue to engage in businesses deal or economic agreement with the failed state, Nigeria, using our population and resources to rethink or have themselves to blame. Nigeria is an unlawful state where criminals run the affairs of the entity to benefit themselves and their foreign allies, and to determine and to the detriment of their people. We strongly say no to these decades of exploitation acts and will not give room for such to prevail. As part of our commitment to govern responsibly, foreign organizations, enterprises, and governments have been advised to quit or terminate eventual agreements you may have entered with Nigeria, which involves the resources in the United States of Biafra territory of 40 confederating states, and disengage from entering new ones. This is a statement that is coming from the United States of Biafra, warning these idiots in their atrocities in Biafran territory. From day one, these people have no right to declare any state of emergency in Biafra land. And you can see they are looking for trouble. And the government have just reminded them that the Biafran people have the right to defend themselves, and the Biafran land, every individual has the right to bear arms for self-defense. Because when you call about the state of emergency, we have seen military troops moving into Biafra land. We have seen them deploying troops to Biafra land, and the Biafrans cannot keep mute and watch this happen. The Biafran people will respond, and we are going to respond in a very, very heavy way. The Zoological Republic of Nigeria is not a country, has never been. No sensible human being will continue to dwell in such a lawless place. In a lawless land, no sensible person will be there. A place where somebody will just wake up and declare a state of emergency, even against their own law. A place where they can run the show according to their own interests. A place where they build monsters, they build tyrants. A place where it is about individual interests. This drug baron is building exactly what he had in Lagos State. That is what he's building. He's trying to build in Biafra land. In Lagos, where he is the Alpha and Omega. He has stolen the wealth of entire Lagos State. The wealth of entire Lagos State is in his hand, and nobody challenges him. Today, he is helping his own fellow crook. He's helping his own fellow criminal to build the same status quo in Biafra land because of the wealth in Biafra land. And today they have brought their political madness into Biafra land in a territory that is already sovereign, and they think they can fly. They will never succeed. And yesterday when I was speaking, I said that we Biafrans, it is time for us to position ourselves very well. The most important is well positioned, because the opportunity will always present itself for us to do what we have to do. And that opportunity is setting in gradually. That opportunity is certainly gradually. The lawlessness of Nigeria is going to destroy it. It's already destroying it. The lawlessness in the zoo called Nigeria is already destroying it. If anybody is pretending not to see it, you can go ahead and continue to pretend. You are going to wake up and you realize that it has ended. But I thank you, we the Biafrans, we are very much prepared. Very, very much prepared. And we will not be taken by surprise. We will never be taken by surprise. You can see today that those who fought against Biafrans, those who are working against Biafra today, they are going to get it. They are going to destroy themselves. The battle line have been drawn. They will destroy themselves. When you see what is happening in Biafra land today, in the riverine area, in that very particular state of Biafra, those who are fighting against the Biafran people, they are about to destroy themselves. The battle is between them, but we will not allow them to use that battle to destroy our land. Never. The criminal called Wike, who is in Abuja. Everybody knows who Wike is. Wike, who destroyed the life of the Biafrans in Obibo because of the presidency of the zoo, because he wants to be a president. He went ahead to destroy lives of innocent people in Obibo. Thousands. Many are still detained. Many are missing up to today. And why that was happening? The Biafrans were shouting. Mazin Nandekan was broadcasting and talking all the time. We were responding, but nobody paid attention. Some of our brothers who were supposed to join us and begin to protest, they paid no attention. They felt it is about the Igbos. That is why when I was saying yesterday that we are all Igbos, until you understand that we are all Igbos, wherever you are in that territory, you will never succeed. Until you understand that we are one people. While we were busy speaking about the atrocities of Nwike, some were supporting him. In the same way, the creek in the creek, the pig in the creek, who comes out to shout every moment, every day. Today, the battle is on his domot. The battle is also on his domot. Let us see how he's going to respond. Let us see how he's going to respond. The battle is in his domot today. We're going to see how he's going to respond. And these are a group of individuals. When you talk about complete freedom of their people, they will never talk about it. They won't accept it because of their selfish interests. Because of their selfish interests. They try to divide you and give you different kinds of names. They call you Niger Delta, they call you this, they call you that, and you forget whom you are. You forget whom you are. Today they have succeeded in entering. And what they are doing in Biafra land today is to create more division, more ethnic crisis. That's what they're going to create, more crisis. But the government of Biafra will not allow that because our land must be secured. We cannot allow a foreign country to come into the land and destabilize it. We will not allow it. But as Chukwuka might have it, everyone that have stood against Biafra, they will destroy themselves. What we are seeing today that is happening in Old River State is the consequence of rejecting Biafra. The consequence of rejecting Biafra. You see people come online and they were boasting of taking the life of their own brothers and sisters. You came around and you were boasting of taking the life of your own brother. You come online, you speak against your brother. What goes around comes around. Today, it is happening. And I bet you, whatever happened, as I have always said, will turn out to be for the good of the Biafran people. The enemies of Biafra will definitely destroy themselves with their own hands. And we will secure our land. We will secure our land. The criminality of the Zoological Republic cannot be tolerated in our land. No sensible person will allow that to happen. No sensible person will be part of this madness that is happening today. You can imagine. putting a state of emergency in a foreign land. They don't seem to take us serious. And that is how they roll. Nigerian government never take Biafra the same way they did in 1967. In 1967, Gowon never took Ojukwu serious. Gowon boasted that it is a question of 1 week. Gowon said it is only 1 week. Within 1 week, he's going to run us over. That was what Gowon said in 1967. And we end up fighting the war for 3 good years. And even after that 3 years, it was no victor, no vanquish. When Mazen Nandekano started, they never took him serious. Nobody took him serious. Until Mazen Nandekano continued the awakening and the message, which resonated with everybody, not only the Biafrans, even the Southwestern and the North. Everybody went up. They never took him serious. Until when it became clear that Mazen Nandekano is not backing down. Initially, they were saying it's a question of money. Give him some money, give him some posts, and he will relax. They realized in a hard way that Mazen Nandekano cannot back down. When Mazen Simon Ekpa came up, they called it a joke also. They never took him serious. They never took him serious. They said that thing in Finland. Until it became obvious that Mazen Simon Ekpa knows what he's doing. And they begin to run to international communities. They begin to use their criminal partners in the UK and all that. And finally, Mazen Simon Ekpa was taken away from us. And today they are seeing Dr. DPMDrNgoziOrabueze, and we are speaking, issuing statements, and they don't take it serious. But this is the last phase. This is the last phase because it is happening at the right time. I said it yesterday. The most important thing is for us to be positioned properly. And if you are from the riverine area of Biafra, if you are from the coastal side of Biafra and yet you have not woken up, you should be ashamed of yourself. You should be ashamed of yourself. The golden fowl that lays the golden egg, and yet we are begging. We are begging. They are using our nation as a playground, and you are there answering names that they gave to you. Today they are bringing more division, using you against yourselves, and you don't see anything wrong in it. You don't see anything wrong in it. It is going to get worse. But I tell you, the Biafran people, the Biafran government is well positioned, and the Biafran government will do everything humanly possible to stop this invasion you are seeing today. This very invasion we are witnessing must be stopped. It doesn't matter what anybody thinks. It doesn't matter how you feel. If you like, you can join them. It must be stopped. You're welcome, my beloved brother Maxwell. Thank you for joining. Let's hear from you, bro Max. Let's hear from you. Once I've done saying what I was speaking about, let's hear from you, my brother.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Mazi Chicks, and every United States Biafran person that is listening to us today. With heavy heart that I come out here to speak the way we always speak. Yesterday, I was in an imperfect platform on Twitter. This issue, the problem in Old River State came into limelight. We were discussing about it. I told them there that what is happening in River State is Nigeria happening in River State. The act of criminality and evil of the Nigerian state, the occupying force in Biafra land, is what is playing in River State. And they are using Wike to destabilize River State. As I'm talking to you now, there is animosity, hate between the Jaws and the Ikweres in River State, or the Iguacha state. I told them yesterday that what is going on, that Wike will never allow the brother Fubara to be there. It's either they impeach Fubara or they declare state of emergency. That was what I told them It was not up to 3 hours. I left the platform and the Imperfect sent me DM immediately that, okay, what you said had happened. I went online and I checked, it was true. And I asked them, what is happening in River State? Odi Guacha State, what is happening there? Is there any breakdown of law and order? Why would the drug baron in Asorok declare state of emergency in Biafra land? Even if they are going to impeach their own, one Nigerian that is the executive elected governor of that state under the occupation of the Nigerian force, won't they allow due process to go through? When they issue impeachment letter, it has to go through the process and it will end up in the hands of the Chief Justice of that state under the occupation of Nigeria. And they have discovered that, oh, if it gets to that Chief Justice of the state, it will not pass through because that one is for Fubara. They now connive and immediately declare a state of emergency. The same thing they did to our leader, Mazen Namdekan. They refused to allow due process to go on in Kenya. They kidnapped him, they brought him to Nigeria for trial, illegal trial. And the judge that they have placed now to preside over the case of Mazen Namdekan is another criminal too. If you go and read the foundings of the Judicial Council of the Zoo, you will see the atrocities that Omotosho has also committed. These are the people that are presiding over their justice system. These are the people that they made to stand and preside over your, trials. Evil people. Evil people. They went behind. They did what they did. And today, pipelines are on flames. This man has succeeded in creating enmity. This is the reason why anytime I come, I always call out our cousins from the riverine areas, the need and reasons for them to join hand with their brothers and sisters to fight as one. They refused.
They will learn in a hard way.
They refused. I told them, anytime you will bear me witness, right from Linda TV show, our sister, I have been calling and calling them that the reason why Ijo Ikwere is where they are today, they've not been invaded, is because of the majority of their Igbo-speaking Biafrans. That is the reason, because they are the ones that are fighting this evil. They refused. Today, the Nigeria they have been validating has come heavily on them. I cannot say because our forefathers reincarnated and come back, then I will stuff him to death with food. No, I won't do that. They are our brothers. This is the time now. This is the time for introspection. This is the time for us to come together. Because there is no other time. There is no other time. These people will do everything in order to divide our people from that side. The more we play to the tunes of this zoo, the more they win us. But Chukwu Kikabiama will not allow them to have their way over us. The United States of Biafra has been declared, and the diplomatic processes are going on, and our people must come together. Just like you said, position yourself very well. This is the final battle in order to take control of that part of Biafra land. That is what these people are doing. They want to take it over. When we were telling our cousins the other side, they say, oh, we are not part of Biafra. Oh, you are calling us, you are including us because of oil and gas. They ran away from us. Today, that thing that used Easter to whip the Biafran people, their cousins, is now biting them. And now they are going to fight with their own. So many will die. This is the price you pay for treachery. This is the price you pay for not coming together. That's exactly what it's about. And it is so painful to me that it is happening in Biafra land. I am not happy. I am not happy. How are we going to face? We are facing these people internationally. We are facing them in our own land. We are facing them now in that particular part of Biafra land. Who is on our side? Are they ready? This is the reason why when I said the time they gave Tompolo that contract to guide the pipelines, I said, why did you take it? The breadfruit that is in your father's land that you're supposed to control, they are not giving it to you to go and guard. Why will you take it? And I don't even know what Tompolo is doing with the money that they are paying him because of contracts. You deny your own people. Now they have come. They have come just like the way they did to the Hausa people in the north. They create division, they throw in the spanner, they pour some sand within them, and they begin to fight themselves. How long are they going to sustain this fight? If their brothers in the hinterland now say, oh, we cannot join you, what will be their fate? What is going to be their fate? The pig, like you said, his mouth now is Pechekom.
Yeah.
He can't speak.
He has been ranting. It's time to rant now. Let him come and rant. It's time.
What?
To brandish AK-47 against the Igbos. The time have come.
He was claiming your own brothers and sisters that could have stood with you now in the time of this problem. You are boasting how you are sending your men in Isukuato, in Umuahia, in Enugu, in Anambra, in Imo State, in also joining hand to destroy your own brothers. You do not know. A cow that was busy defecating and spoiling his master's house never knew that at night your master will go inside his bedroom and sleep. You will sleep on that particular place you urinated and defecated. He can no longer speak. If he wants to speak now, he's afraid to speak because the arms of the invaders are on their land, are on them, and they are just waiting for them now to speak before they will come after them. Who is going to support you? The same people that you unleashed your own mercenaries to go and kill, and you came out to boast about it. It's a pity what is going on in Iguacha. It's a pity that we have a traitor like Wike in Biafra land. A man that stands accused of killing our people in Obi Buanami. We are in a very serious trouble. We are in a serious trouble as I'm talking to you now. Because they cannot come there, but they are using this instrument of the invading force against our people on that side. I just pray that God will give us the strength to withstand them, just like the way we have been standing against them toe to toe. I leave it here, my brother. I am angry. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. I'm not happy. Their inactions is what is causing this thing today. Their inactions, their wickedness is what is causing all these things today. But Chukwu Kikabiama is with us. They will never prevail upon the children of light, the children of Biafra. We will always come out, smiling. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, my beloved brother. You see, these people, that is why we say the only solution for the madness and lawlessness in the zoo is Biafra. There is nothing that can save you. You can continue to pretend because of the peanuts they give you, because they put you in a post, and you think that you have made it, you have arrived. As long as you continue to work against the freedom of the Biafran people, your doom will definitely come. Anybody that is working against the restoration of Biafra, whether directly or indirectly, whether it doesn't matter your tribe, it doesn't matter your location, and you are standing against Biafrans, perpetrating evil against Biafra and supporting it, your doom will definitely come. And nothing is going to save you. When Mazen Nandekanu made that declaration in tears and in pain, and you called it a bluff, go and check. Everyone that have worked against Biafra in one way or the other, they will meet their end. And that's what is happening today. I am telling you that it will turn out to our own good. The only thing Biafra has to do is to be stand still, hold on to our mandate. Hold on to the mandate of the Declaration of the United States of Biafra. That opportunity is going to present itself. We were talking about it yesterday. I was explaining about the issue of Burkina Faso, how nobody believed that they could be able to get away from France. Our own opportunity is setting itself. Wherever you are as a Biafran, do not shake. If you are from the old southeastern region, a Biafran, and you don't support Biafra, you will definitely go down. You will go again, you will destroy yourself. Every one of you will destroy yourself. Look at what is happening. The lawlessness of the Zoological Republic is so much that you can't even, how can you start? Even on that their own constitution, that man, that drug baron in Asrog has no right to suspend the governor. He has no right to do what he did. He has no right. He has no right to remove a governor and the deputy. He has no right to do so. Even in their own constitution. But we are talking about a lawless place. And some people think you can manage it. It can never work for you. And when we say what he did is wrong in all aspects, I want you to hear the explanation of this man. This is one of them. He's one of them, one of the one Nigerians. But look at how he explained what this man did. Just listen. Let's listen to his explanation for you to know that this criminal act is not even supposed to do it.
Are used to abnormality in our country, particularly when you have the culture of executive immunity or presidential impunity. We are then tempted to feel that such anomalies are the proper thing. There's no provision of the Nigerian Constitution that allows the president or anybody for that matter to remove an elected official. Between 1979 and now, we have close to 20 cases of our courts which have upheld the right of Nigerian people to be governed properly in accordance with the law. In other words, the law is saying that it is illegal on the part of state governors to remove elected chairmen and councillors and replace them with caretaker committees. Under the Constitution, you can only remove a governor by impeachment, by resignation, or on account of ill health. In the case of a legislator, you can only remove him or her by the process of recall. So there's no provision for, or no law has empowered the president to remove a governor. In other words, I mean, you might also say that if the country is fighting a war, say with another country, do you ask the president to be removed by the National Assembly so that a sole administrator is appointed for the prosecution of the war? So it is totally what President Obasanjo did in removing governors cannot be justified under the law. But you know, his regime was characterized by executive lawlessness and impunity.
So some of these videos we are playing is to, when we say certain things, people will think we're making it up. Even in their own law, they don't obey their law. There are so much lawlessness in that country called Nigeria. People just wake up and do whatever they like. And that is how their politics is being played. You just wake up because you have power, because you are in charge, you do anything. They don't care about what the law says. They do not care. They don't care. And we cannot be part of this madness. We cannot be part of it. And when you go and check the person the drug baron used now to replace the governor in Old River State, the person he used today to replace is somebody who was appointed by Buhari. You can imagine. Somebody who was appointed by Buhari. Anybody that has appointment from Buhari, you know where the person is coming from, and you know what the person stands for. Anybody that is associated or related to Muhammadu Buhari, you know where they are coming from. You don't need to be told. That is the person the drug baron is using to replace the governor there.
And he is a former military officer as well, I think, from the Navy.
A former military officer, I think a naval officer also.
From the Navy. Yes.
A former naval officer appointed by Muhammadu Buhari then. I think it was during his own tenure. You can see where they are coming from. And when we tell you that you have no place in the zoo, you won't understand. Just like my brother Maxwell said, the plan is to create that division more. You will now see a war between open war and the Ikere people. They will use it to destroy yourself. All this while we have been talking about unity, uniting the United States of Biafra. You see some people in Ikere, oh, I'm not Igbo. I'm not Igbo. I'm Ikere. Ikere is all I know. You see Ijaw people, oh, I'm not Igbo. I'm Ijaw. Talk about restoration of our dignity, our freedom. Mazin Nandekan has shouted it. We have said it every time we say it on our program, that there is no minority in Biafra. When Biafra comes, every region will mine their own resources. There is no state in Biafra land that does not have mineral resources. There is no state in Biafra land, among the 40 states of Biafra, there is no state that doesn't have oil. If that is your problem. There is no state that doesn't have oil. If that is what is your problem. The funniest thing that some of them who are even in the coastal region, you should be even worried because they are already milking yours, they are already finishing it. They are already milking it so much. Those ones in the mainland have not even been touched. Many of them have not been touched. They have a huge reserve over there. And in 21st century, which country in this world is still talking about resources on the ground? How countries build their wealth today in 21st century is by services, the services you render. The richest countries in this world today are the countries that render services.
Services and technology.
These are the people that rule the world. It's not about resources on the ground. These are the people that rule the world. Brain-based economy, brain-based economy. Look at China. Look at Russia. Look at Japan. Look at the United States. Even though they have the resources on the ground, they don't even care about, they don't talk. Instead, they will compensate you and buy yours. You are still here, putting your head on the ground. In 21st century, somebody is still saying it is because of oil that this is happening. Who cares? Who gives a damn about your oil? When the richest country in this world today that are making it are countries that provide services. Country that provide services. People will pay from their nose to get the service. The money will continue to flow, unstoppable. It is in the brain. It is inbuilt. It is not something you say you dig it. It will flow in continuously. And yet, we have idiots around who refuse to see reasons. They work against themselves and they think they're working against me. All things will work for good for them that trust Biafra. As many as are looking forward to Biafra, the stage is certain. It is certain, and we are going to get there. And those who have refused to support Biafra, the consequence is going to be heavy. The consequence is going to be heavy. While you are taking the life of Biafrans, you are rejoicing, and you come and announce it in the public. They sent you to destroy Biafrans. You do it, and you not see the public. Wait for it. Wait for it. That same cup you used to measure for people will be used to measure for you. But as for us, the Biafran people, our territory will not be used for any drama. The sovereignty of Biafra must be protected by all means possible. By all means. Let's hear from you, my brother Greg. Thank you for joining, brother Greg. Let's hear from you, bro Greg. Take the mic.
Thank you, Juice, and our son Awamboni, and Mazi Okechukwu. Nwanne time kwunu ka m ege n'ọnụ. Aga m egburu gị onwe m. Dede m time kwunu ka na m ege n'ọnụ. Nwanne na nwanne ya o. Egbukwe na ha dede o. Dede si me kwunu ka m ege n'ọnụ. Aga m egburu gị onwe m. Nwike saye kwunu ka ya ege n'ọnụ. Anyị ga-egburu ya onwe anyị. Asara saye kwunu ka na ege n'ọnụ. Anyị ga-egburu ya onwe anyị o. It's a pity. In one way, glory be to God. In another way, it is a pity. It is only a fool. It is only a fool. My senior brother said, onye na-ama mgbe a chọrọ okwu, ọhụ mgbe a sị ya chọkịrịghị m, ya ma na achọ anaghị okwu. It is only a fool gara ma mgbe a chọrọ ya okwu. Onye iberibe. Asara de kobo bụ onye iberibe. Because ike igbuwachi ohiwe kịta adam. So ka mme nke na-aga enye much headache. Asara bụ onye iberibe. Ndị na-aja data ha ncha niile bụ ndị iberibe. Iberibe nke ha bụ nke that is iberibe nke ha bụ nke ahịsị atụrụ ka ha mma. N'eziokwu eziokwu. Ana ọ kawo mbido. Because mụ ekwere m na kịta
nna m ochie Craig biko ndị be nne m ha nọkwa na Niger Delta mana anya bụrụ ndị iberibe o.
Ndị Imo bụ ndị iberibe ha nọkwa na Delta. Ndị Anambra ebe ọ na ọ yiri wu Delta ka ha sa ahụ. Ndị ọ na-enwetara ọyị n'aka ndị Abịa. Ihe yi ekpo ha ndị iberibe bụ na ha maka aka wee mara asị ndị Niger Delta. Ha maka ahụ onwe ha asị ndị Niger Delta. When you call River State, Delta State, and ka ebe a Jonathan si wee batakwa Bayelsa State. So they used to see themselves as more Delta. They used to see themselves as that the petrol and the gas is more in their place. They forgot that somebody was drilling borehole in Enugu State. I don't know how many meters he have drilled. Then gas pumped out. They will catch fire. You see, in Enugu State. So the issue is now. Ejula na asonye ọkụ. Ejula na anwụ ọ na-asụ no n'ọnya ma na-emenye ọkụ. This will be maybe the last chance, as I call it, for any Urobo, any what do you call them, Shakiri, any Asawana.
Ejo Ogoni,
Calabar, all of them. This will be a very last chance for them to understand. Ka we got that na onye abụna na-eji hụ n'ụtụtụ wee gbaba ọsọ mmiri ga-ezi ya ahụ. And mmiri ga-ezi ya ahụ n'oge na-ete ha anya. Ọkwa ịhụrụ Asara Dakobo, Nigeria ga-egbu ya, go and mark it today. Our this administration, another administration will kill Asare Dakobo. Except Nigeria are divided today and tomorrow. Asare Dakobo and the Tompolo, Nigerian government will kill them. One day, go and mark it. Go and mark it. Go and mark it. Because why Tompolo is not talking is because they gave him contract. And the job people are dying. Europe people are dying. Isoko is dying. Calabari is dying. All their poor people are dying. And the poor ones are following him. One penny out of the contract, some will die. Only just to be a pipeline guide. Majority of them will die. So if another government come out tomorrow and take away Tompolo contract, Tompolo will stop complaining like Asare today. Except when you give him a contract to start killing his people, as they give Asare the contract to start killing the Igbos. They gave him contract to go to Anambra, kill them. Go to Imo, kill them. And he took that contract. Na gana Anambra na-egbu ndị mmadụ, na gana Imo na-egbu, na gana Enugu na-egbu. Na gana na n'obi Igbo na-egbu. Wike nyere contract through Buhari, Asare for them to go to Obi Igbo to kill all the Igbos in Obi Igbo. Hope put on him and Asare the same contract to come to Owerri, to come to Imo and kill Imo people. Tinubu give him, Mba give him contract, and he continued turning his gun against his people. Today, Nigerian government is chasing. There is no way you can tell me that now that Asare is his house. It's impossible. If Asare say he's too bold, if Asare say he's too that is, he's too bold and he's untouchable, let him make a comment of with a camera to show where he is. In the next 30 minutes, let me know if he will be alive. I wish Mazi choose wear that in his last comment. That where he was challenging Nigerian comment he made last week. That any pipeline that cross a job people, that the job people have right to destroy it, and no human being will talk charm. Let Asare make the same video now and show where he is. Let me know if he will stay in the next 30 minutes alive. Let him show video just now in the next 30 minutes and show where he is and make the same comment. Let me know. He continued deceiving the job people. Now he will go on undercover and the job people will die. In the name of collecting money from Tinubu and killing Igbo people and killing the Biafrans. Now let Asare make one comment in the next 30 minutes. Let me know if he will be alive. Idiot. It's a pity. Because when all these things when you are telling them the truth, it's just like our people that is in this agitation. They refuse to take the truth. Somebody will know the honest life. He will say, no, I will not take it. Because he have a foolish interest to gain something that will not lead him in the next 3-4 years. And because he wants to gain for that particular time, he forgot in the next 50 to 100 years what his generation, his born children and unborn children, what they will become in the next 20, 30, 40, 50, 100 years. They never think about those things. They only think about this particular moment. That is exactly what is happening between the Biafra agitation. I am going to Asare Nigeria government. I am unable to happen. Finland, who have not continued to believe in truth, who continue to believe in lies and propaganda, and lying against their fellow. What is different between them and Asare Dokubo? Even Asare Dokubo is more better because you know Asare, his goal, what he stands for. So it's a shame that this kind of thing is happening. It's a very big shame. You see? Now, we want to know what will be their next move. Since they have removed, I'm not interested in whether it's logical or whether Tinubu have right or whether Tinubu doesn't have right, because both Fubaru, there is no difference between Fubaru and any other governor in Nigeria who can go and remove any local government chairman when he wants. The same thing, the president can remove any governor when he wants. There is no constitution. There is no law. So they are all eating from the same pot. It's only when they have a different interest, when their interests clash, then people will. I don't take any side. My only side is why are all this Niger data coming now they have the capacity to blow the bomb, and they have been killing the Biafrans all this while. Now they kind of been in jail for the past 5 years, and they didn't blow any pipeline. So they arrested Simon Ekpan. They didn't blow any pipeline. Now they start blowing pipeline because the government that is getting money to feed them and give them conny money, they have removed them. Now they're blowing up the pipeline, calling them the son of a Jah. Which kind of son of a Jah? Every person can have his own different understanding. That is my own, the way I see it. There is no difference between a Jah and the Igbo man in Owerri and the data where Asare Dokubo send people to go and kill Ndokigwe. There is no difference between the man in Niger and the way he sent the Amufu people to find his men go there and kill people. There is no difference between a German and the Anambas, where Soludo is working with the Asare to killing the Igbo people. There is no difference. So why are all these people now blowing at bomb? So they have this capacity all this while and they keep quiet. Shame unto them. Shame unto them. My prayer is let this thing continue. We are watching. So let it generate to the level where at least where they will understand it, where they will look for Tompolo and what do you call him, and Asare Dokubo. That is when I will know that they are serious. The only person I will not want something to hurt is the governor, because why I accepted him in the first place is because he refused to abide by the condition of Wike. So for me, that makes him a brave man. Apart from that, any of them, there is no difference. Both Wike and also them man, for me, they're all in the same basket. So, but for this governor not to surrender himself to the command of Wike, just like as Ambode in Lagos, that make me to single him out as a brave person. For me, apart from that, any other thing they are doing is rubbish. So we'll be on the side and watching them. Thank you, my brother Chiefs.
Thank you so much for your contribution. I appreciate you, my brother. Thank you. Let's hear from Mazi Okechukwu. Mazi Okechukwu, are you there?
Yeah, good afternoon.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I don't have much to say. Why I called, the other day I was talking, network chased me away. But I want to, today, what I want to do is to appreciate you for what you are doing for we Biafra. And I want to really encourage you not to back down, no matter the insult and attack. Continue in your education you are giving to us. And I believe many people are getting hit because it's a sickness. The character of our people and our behavior is a sickness that needed to be cured. And it is only what people are doing the media. Let's stand strong without shivering. That is where to go. And if I'm to put mouth to what has happened in River State, whereas there somebody that normally call you, his name Bo Nkonye Wetere, Akonye Wetere.
Yeah.
Now these people are the people that have been hunting other Biafran like a goat, like a rat. Look at, I watched the broadcast of Asari where he was boasting, saying all manner of a thing. But like our brother said, up till now, I never see him to come and make noise again. Tompolo is the pipeline guy there. And because of the money that he's making, he don't want to talk. He stay mute. When someone is keeping quiet, it means that he's a complicit of what is going. We are talking, don't want to care. All you know that money is full pocket now. But you should remember that only the living that will eat money. When you don't die, all those billions, all that don't know how you suffer get them, it will go. And let them know that the way they are treating this struggle, they have to know that the backbone of them that I say so-called Niger Delta is the Biafra in the interland. In fact, if they do not stand up a second, they are not anything for Nigeria. So what I want to say is that
I think he's kicked out.
Oh, he has gone. He has gone off. He has gone off. Mazi Chicks, let me just put in this. Until maybe before he comes in. You see,
Go ahead, my brother.
I have a friend. He's an Assam boy. He lived in Finland. He knows Simon Ekpa very, very well. Right now, he's in United States. He's married to a US lady, an American lady. I used to communicate with him all the time. Even yesterday, we spoke concerning this issue. He said, Anwimbun, I will come after you because you've been praying for the people in Niger Delta. You've been praying for them, calling them to come and join. And I believe that now that this thing is happening to them now, you will be worried. I say, yes, I am worried. He said, let the government deal with them. Because when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu and Simon Ekpa was preaching to them, they refused to understand. They came against him. In fact, he said they contributed to the arrest and detention of these two great sons of Biafra land. That he loves what is happening to them so that they will understand that the power the old southern Nigeria, former Nigerian people have is the Biafran people, the Igbo majority, part of Biafra. If not for them, is an Isamano, if not for the Igbo-speaking Biafrans, he said the whole of that place could have been taken over by now. But when they are fighting, they were fighting, they are still fighting till today. The only thing they can do is to come against Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, criticize him, call him all manners of names, criticize Simon Ekpa. Now it's happening to them. He said, if he is discussing any issue with me, and I sound pitiful to them, say he will insult me. That was what that Assam man told me yesterday. I know that your mother comes from there. Your mother is a Biafran. But if you pity these people again, knowing fully well what they did to Mazen Nnamdi Kanu when Mazen Nnamdi Kanu was fighting, He said he will insult me. I am older than him with about 6 years or thereabout. I'm telling you the truth. This is what this young man told me. He's tall, very giant, very fair in complexion. So an Isan man. That's what he told me yesterday. I went home, I slept, I was thinking about it, but I cannot hold it because whatever that affects the eyes will definitely affect the nose. What is the distance from Aba State to Iguacha? For those of you that knows, that know the terrain very well, what is the distance? With bicycle, we go to Amibo. From Okwa. From Abangwa, we go to Okwa. From Okwa, we enter Amibo. What is the distance? These are our brothers. But it's quite unfortunate that when their brothers were shouting on top of their voices, these people, were withdrawing themselves from anything that has to do with Biafra. Only few of them, the majority of them believe that Nigeria will work, and Nigeria is happening to them today. It's a pity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much. If you begin to check the stupidity and the wickedness and senselessness of some people, I don't know what to equal it with. But whatever cup you used to measure for people will be used to measure for you. And I believe everyone that is working against the Biafran people, they can make that powerful prayer. Be you a country, be you an individual, be you a group, and you're working against the restoration of Biafra. Sorry, your name is sorry. You're welcome back, Mazi. Okay, go ahead and speak to us. Mazi, okay, you're back.
So, network is not friendly with me.
Yeah, I got it.
So, thank you. As I was saying, I want to emphasize that those of them that see us or see our leg as an animal leg and they want to shut our leg, all of them are going to shoot themselves. And that is what is going on now. Our brother that was speaking before I enter, it says, these people hate us too much. And what we are doing, they don't want to. In fact, someone I know, I asked him whether he wants, in fact, he's scared of what we are doing concerning Biafra. He says, did we come and beg them? We shouldn't count them in anything like that. Unfortunately, today, Nigeria is happening to them. Just as I was saying before, that Asari Dokubo was boasting before now. Let him come and boast now. Let's hear him. And just like our last brother says, that Nigeria is going to happen to him because he is actually tool that Nigeria is using to kill in Enugu, to kill in Imo, to kill in Abia, to kill in Anambra State. Operation Udogachi, are they not from Asari Dokubo? Dokubo's history made us to know that he's a pure Igbo man, but he chose to be killing his own people. And that thing that he's doing will hurt with him. He is going to go down. Mark my word, because the process has started. And people said that he kill will be killed the same thing. Onye na-egbu nama, galanama. So, Mandi Kenana Otu, only one brother, he said that what these people are doing is the same thing or what people in the struggle are doing. when you look at people like Ogen Kere, you look at this woman, they call her Mimi Socha, this the one that call himself Adandigbo. I see what he's doing. All of them is, in fact, I will classify him as a Dokubo group, because what Dokubo is doing is not different from what Adado Rama is doing to our quests. And if not that God is with us, with what the propaganda of this wicked woman would have destroyed the whole thing. But I am seeing the hand of God mightily upon the struggle. That's how God is bringing more mightier people to come and start. Trump is doing for this struggle, and other people coming up. In fact, it gives me joy. So, my brother, the work you people are doing is quite huge. That I always give you kudos, and I come to see say, keep it up. And also encourage other people, those people that their name is among the people that we can go to their own media and hear the truth. Let them come up and talking, because that's how you are going to win back. I was listening to a particular program today where they had him saying that he played a video that when someone was saying Amy, his name na Amy from Ghana, it was a kind of fading up. If Adado Rama that they are believing, thought that he's doing something, and they cannot bring any fathom to support the struggle. So, but if you people will want to see evidence, as you are bringing, hello, can you hear me?
Okay, go ahead, but
hello, can you hear me?
Ahead. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, what I'm trying to say lastly is that as you people are standing strong, some of the media that is propagating government program should also stand strong, as you always come up like this to educate them. Also should come up also, as you are educating Biafran, they are educating Biafra in their various media. You see, in no distant time, those lost souls will come back, and together we fight this monster. But for the Asari Dokubo, he should stand tall to fight the fight that comes to him. Thank you, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Kejuku. I appreciate you. You've spoken well. Thank you so much. And we must continue. We can never give up, no matter what the enemies are doing, no matter the propaganda, blackmail. All things is going to work for good for them that trust Chukwu Gabiam. Wherever you are today, and you are now standing on this struggle, you are not focusing on Biafra restoration, except you are not from Biafra land, or you are not a Biafran. But if you are from the old southeastern region, the present southeast, lower Kogi, lower Benue, your mother is tying 2 pieces of wrapper, and up till now you have not made up your mind to pursue your freedom. Sorry, you are going to remain a slave forever. And any slave that have refused to pursue his or her own freedom, you don't have pity for such people. Any slave that have chosen slavery and you refuse to pursue your freedom, you don't pity for such people. And we should always know that freedom is not given, it is taken. You fight for it. You fight for it. You go for it, no matter what it will cost. you have to make your freedom equal the cost of your life. If you can remember, our forefathers who were taken to slavery to United Kingdom, to United States. Our forefathers were taken into slavery to United States. They said instead they will be a slave, it is better they will be dead and free. And they held hands together, they walked into a river and they sank themselves. That is the mind of somebody who wants a freedom. If it
that is
is
the Igbo landing, Mazi Chooks. That is
exactly.
the Igbo landing.
The Igbo landing in the
Water
US.
brings us, water will take us home. They refuse to be slaves.
If it is death that will give you freedom, go for it. There is nothing like being free. And that is the spirit of our forefathers. That is why you begin to see people today who are lily-livered. One small thing, you are afraid. Some people, even to share a program that has to do with Biafra in their platform, they don't. There are some people, Biafra, you can't even see any picture of any Biafra agitator on their platform. You will never see them talk about Biafra in any other platform. You will never see them discuss it. Some of them, when they come privately, they talk to you, but when you come to public, you will never hear them contribute. Because they want to maintain a particular friend. They want to maintain a particular friendship. They want to keep some business. Idiots. And you think by all those crooked movements that you can be able to achieve anything. That thing you are running from is going to destroy you, to hunt you down. It is happening today. For every cup you used to measure to Biafra, will feed you with that same cup in 100 folds. You can't run away from it. That is why everybody must be very careful what you are doing today. Be very sure that what you are supporting, it is your own conviction, out of your own conviction. Not because of what I said or what anybody said. Let it be out of your conviction. So that when the punishment or penalty will come, or the blessing will come, you will take it and claim it without looking back. You're welcome, my beloved brother Akonyo Wetere. Go ahead and speak to us. Let's hear you.
Yes, so good morning. Good afternoon from this side.
No.
Thank you so much for a wonderful work. It's only Chukwu will strengthen you.
You see?
Because the things you are doing for Biafrans, we Biafrans, I don't think we can be able to pay you. Because without people like you, the way you coordinate and articulate things, I don't know what would have been our own fate. So I thank you so much. In what you are discussing today, it is on two things that I will chip in my opinion. One, about Soludo in his press briefing, state address yesterday. And I want to send this question to him. He was very keen to analyze Igbos living in the north and all other parts of Nigerians. He was very specific about the northern side, ruling out figures, numbers of people that are living there, and the people that he has met, inquired from them. So my question to him and to the people that believe in him, the Igbos living in West Africa and other countries like Ghana, Ivory Coast, Gabon, Burkina Faso, and so rest of them, does it mean that if Biafra comes, that they are not going to come home because Biafra have come? Those that are living in the diaspora, is he trying to preach to us that if Biafra should come tomorrow, that you people will be banished? I want these our leaders to be rational in their reasoning. They should think like human beings. They should think like human beings. It is becoming clearer to them, glaring at them every day, that Nigeria is not workable. But they are finding it very okay, suitable to them on how to make Nigeria to work. But I will tell him this afternoon, that Nigeria will never work. Whatever progress they are looking for in Nigeria will best come when all indigenous people are allowed to go on their separate ways. And also on his opinion on the release of Nnamdi Kanu. One thing about Nnamdi Kanu and Simon is that when you take a proper study of their life, of who they are, you will discover that the things they did was not on their volition. If it were to be their own decision to do, there wouldn't have been any second thought for them to fight for Biafrans. And as they were compelled by the spirit to fight for the freedom of their people, virtually everything they said has come to pass. It was our supreme leader that said, go and serve Nigeria and come back in shame. And many that have gone to serve Nigeria, in the quest of serving Nigeria, they denigrate and demoralize their people. They've all come back in shame. Asari Dokubo today is nowhere to be found. And I pray, not even praying, I know, connecting the dots in the happening in Nigeria. The only prayer that I will pray for him is that when DSS will arrest him, he should pray that it won't be the same cell or the same side of the cell that he will be put in, to be the same place with Nnamdi Kanu. But if it is for arrest, it won't be long they will arrest him, because he has gone to serve Nigeria, to kill his people, and today shame is all over his life. So to talk my little opinion today, I'll be telling Biafrans, including me, that if we can take study of what that is happening today, it will be done on us to sit more tight, do more relevant things, know that the whole game is coming to our favor. If the Almighty Asari will fall today and hid his head in shame, it then means that God is helping us. I've maintained several times that Nigeria will self-destroy itself. That if every one of us that is fighting for Biafra will understand that Nigeria will self-destroy itself, that we will not even have the time and chance to be cursing each other and speaking to those that find it very okay, very well in propagating lies, cursing their fellow brother, making noise. If they will cool down and underscore Nigeria, they will discover that Nigeria will self-destroy itself. So therefore, they will channel their energy in strengthening the institution called Biafra, organizing themselves for tomorrow. Because when the whole thing will scatter. Then, by then, because we have channeled our energy in organizing ourselves, it won't be difficult for we to move on. So that's my little advice to them today. And to our government, I pray, as I pray every day, God will strengthen us. At the end, we will win. As we continue doing the needful, standing on the path of truth, God in heaven will make everything to work in our favor. Nigeria will keep making wrong decisions. All our enemies, they will keep making wrong decisions. Finland, Alestop, is fronting his face with Zelensky. I pray also that Putin will be provoked and he will send them one of his, will I call it Ubunigwe, to test the microphone, and definitely it will come to pass. I pray also for our dear leaders that God bụ onye kere eluigwe ka ụwale nwe onye kere ọ ya aga gbaa ha ume ebe ọbụla Simon nọ, ebe ọbụla Nnamdi Kanu nọ, ya nwa ọ ya bụ onye ga-anọnyere ha, mee ha ka ha filikwana depressed, na ha nọdụsie ike, nye ha that spirit o nyere Mandela mere o ji sustain ya himself in prison for 20-something years. Ha ga-sustain onwe, they will be happy, they will feel fulfilled, because it won't be long. What we are looking for will come. Those that are still finding it difficult to join the struggle, those that are still calling us fools, they should take picture, take study of what that is happening at the Hamuvu today. You know, most of the times, our people will be analyzing things wrongly. But if you look it from the other side, when Simon was trying to protect them, the governor of Enugu State, because the governor of Enugu State wouldn't have done what he did all by himself, but people supported him. They chanted his praises. I want to ask them today, where is that governor that they supported? I still want to ask Chika Anyanwu, is it Chika Chidi Anyanwu? Where is his voices today? Abi, he has gone deaf and dumb. So to the people that is always affected, it is high time that you make meaning of your days, make meaning of your life. Ask yourself the vital question that you need to ask, not being biased. Because if you keep being biased, this water, this cloud that is gathering, will swallow you. The earlier the better for you. The earlier you understand that there's no hope for you in Nigeria. We might be in Nigeria, but when you engage yourself and do yourself with that belief that though you are in Nigeria, but you are not in Nigeria, you are not a Nigerian, it will help you to mark your steps. It will help you to guide your speeches. It will help you to know when to say yes and when to say no. It will help you to analyze whatever they bring to you. When they call upon you to sabotage your brother, you will say no. But if you keep being myopic, if you keep being biased, if you keep looking for what that will favor you alone and maybe your nuclear family, it won't be long. a ball will be served to you. So, my brother Chooks, keep on doing what you are doing. The way you do exposition is what we all call for every day. And as you are doing it, posterity will judge everybody. Tomorrow, our unborn children will come up. They will see how we fought for our dear nation. And they will see the energy we put in speaking the truth. And it will help to shape their own belief and see that it pays to work for the good of everybody. Thank you, my brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for...
ofu okwu m na-agwa ndị mmadụ bụ na onye furu ihe na-eme na Rivers State today, ọ ga-eme onye ahụ ka ọ n'otu ala mara na mmadụ na-abụọ a anyị were ihe isi anyị n'ọnụ mee jide n'ezie na ha bụ ndị amụma. Adị Chukwu bili igwe ka m na-ayọ ihe tekwa n'aka ka aka kpara asarị, and aka kpara ya again. Tinubu helped there before. I don't think there will be anybody to help him again. Yet Kwanaka Kushia Mochi Kunyan Nam the Mili. See what could that say Mochi, can you queen Mili Komoto? Komara Kosiade. And they won.
Thank you so much. So, my fellow Biafrans, as we are speaking and hearing, I just remember that very video that my brother Akonyo was talking about. I saw that video. I wanted to pull it out on the program today, but I just escaped my mind because of this other issues. And then when I saw that video and I heard what that criminal that called himself Seibu was saying, I wonder where those kind of people left their mind. And each time they bring this narrative of Igbos, so many Igbos in other regions in Nigeria, I just don't know where they are getting those analyses from. I don't know where they're getting those analyses from. That the Igbos are everywhere in Nigeria, and because of that, you cannot fight for your own. And because of that, you cannot be able to have your own country. I don't know I don't know how that analysis works. Do we Igbos, do we have more population than the Jews? Do we have more population than the Jews? The Jews are scattered all over the world. There is no place in the planet Earth today where you not see Jews with very heavy investment, including Saudi Arabia and Iran. There is no place in the world where you will not see the investment of the Jews. There is no place in this planet Earth. They are scattered everywhere. So when they begin to give this narrative and they will tell you that we don't want a small place where we can be, that Nigeria is not a large place for we the Biafra. It is a cage. Nigeria is a cage for us. When you are talking about a large environment for Biafran to explore, it is not Nigeria. It is not Nigeria. When you are using Nigeria as a reference for a place for us to expand, it is madness. I see that as madness. I see that as absolute madness. Do you know how many Biafrans we have in this? Do you know how many Biafrans that have invested across the world? The major Biafrans that are invested, they're not even invested in Nigeria. They're not making their money in Nigeria. You are looking about Biafrans that have hotel and bakery in the north. And because of that, we will not have freedom. You have Biafrans in the United States that are making billions, that have investment that cost billions. You have go to Europe, you see Biafrans that are invested in billions in other part of African countries. In other African countries. Then you take because of people that have just a one room hotel or whatever in Abuja or in the north. We will not fight our freedom anymore. Is that a madness? I don't know why they keep on bringing this comparison. It gets me mad when I hear these idiots. I saw that very program where they were interviewing that idiot called Seludo, and he was making his analysis. And when you look at him, the way he presents, is still the same thing he spoke on that very video we play here. That same idiocy he was talking against, that is what he's displaying today. Playing his political game. It is about him and his politics to retain the governorship. That is what he's planning. He doesn't care about the security of the people. He doesn't care about the welfare of the people. It is about him, about Soludo and Soludo alone. And when you see him talking in that program, he was talking down on our Prime Minister, Samaneba. And that is how you know them. Any idiot that will come and tell you that he loves Mazen Nandekano, you are supporting Mazen Nandekano and you hate Mazen Samaneba, you are a deceiver. You are a deceiver. And this thing they are talking about Mazen Samaneba is exactly how they were treating Mazen Nandekano before the appearance of Mazen Samaneba. Before the kingdom of Mazen Nandekano, every single one of them today that come to preach Mazen Nandekano on their conventional media as an angel of light, they hated him. Go and check what they were writing. Go and check what they were writing in 2015 when he was arrested. Go and check how they were talking about Mazen Nandekano after he went inside. These are people that hated him without God. They called him different kind of name. But today, all of a sudden, you see them, they come to their conventional media for their political interest. They will tell you, oh, Mazen Nandekano is the one we know as a leader. He's the one who is carrying the Biafran project. He's the one who is carrying the Igbo project. They bring it down to Igbo project. He is going with, and they know that Mazen Nandekano is not going with Igbo project. The project of Mazen Nandekano is not Igbo project. Mazen Nandekano has never ever gone for Igbo project. He is going for Biafran project. The whole of southeastern region. That has been the project of Mazen Nandekano. But when you see this idiots come, they say, Mazen Nandekano, he is the one that represents Igbos. It is Igbo project. Mazen Nandekano has never pursued Igbo. Even in one of his programs, he said, anything you open and you put Igbo as the title, it will not succeed. Mazen Nandekano said in one of his programs, go and check every organization where you see Igbo this, Igbo that. Go and check them. It's either fighting against themselves, one propaganda or one other. Fighting against themselves. Mazen Nandekano, one of his programs, said it. His project has never been an Igbo project. But when they come online, they spill these lies, and people buy into it. You see somebody, you hate Mazen Nandekano, you hate Mazen Samaneba, you love Mazen Nandekano. How does it work? How? How does it work? Because you succeeded in caging him in Nigeria, and you think because of that now, you want to make sure you destroy the image of Mazen Samaneba. You talk down on him to make people begin to see him differently. The same thing that's the same thing Finland is also helping them to do. Finland is helping them to do the same thing in their own, writing rubbish, interpreting rubbish about Mazen Samaneba. Only idiots will believe these individuals. Only idiots will believe these individuals. Anybody that is sane will never listen to these people, especially politicians. Anybody that is a politician, from the smallest to the biggest, they don't mean well for you. They don't care about you. They don't give a damn about you, how you feel, or everything they are doing is for their own personal interest and their cliques, for them and their children. How long is it going to take us for us to understand this very fact? If you are from the old southeastern region and you have not yet realized that the only place you have faith, the only place you can have assurance of defense, protection, have a good economy, have security, is in Biafra. After that, there is no other thing. The only remedy to the problem we're having today is Biafra. Whether you are a Biafran or non-Biafran, your envy and jealousy can continue to eat you up. The only thing that you see them today crying. The other lady came out and began to cry about the economy. That the amount they're paying her in her NYSC something cannot even solve any problem for her. And because she commented and spoke, they rose against her. People wrote again and begin to call her. The NYSC board began to call her and threaten her because she said how she's feeling. That is what Nigeria builds. When you see them, they choose their presidency in their politics. It is about Igbo presidency, Hausa presidency, Ijaw presidency, Yoruba presidency. You can never hear them campaign of a Nigerian president. Today, look at your brother, what they call him, P2B. He's now sleeping in the north. He now has a home in the north, completely sleeping in the north on a daily basis. He doesn't even care what happens in the home. They have made him to believe that it's only the north that can give him the vote that will make him a president. They have made him to believe that it is only when Sultan or Sokoto say you'll be president, and he have accepted it with good faith. Today, he is ready to do anything, including changing his religion to be a president. The only thing that can give you safety, security, and make you have respect is the sovereignty of Biafra. We must protect it. And when we are asking for this Biafra, it is not a selfish request. Every region, whether you are a Biafra or not, the Arewas will have their self-respect, be on their own. The Oduduwa people will be on their own. The Middle Belt will be on their own. The Biafras will be on their own. Every region will grow in their own space, at their own speed. We can still mingle. We can still do business together based on our agreement that we have reached. We can still visit. We can still intermarry based on agreement we have reached. Any idiot coming to tell you that we have a population because you are so much populated, that is why you cannot have a country. That person is a mad person. It's a mad idiot. And these are the people that come and claim to be professors. They come and claim to be professors. Because we have a big population, we cannot have our own country. Are we more populated than the Jews? The Jews are in every country of the world. You will find a Jew. They are investing heavily, including in Arab nations. They are investing. But yet they have their nation. And it was only when they had their nation that they began to gain respect from any place they go. It doesn't matter. Even in Saudi Arabia, they have investment and they are respected. You don't play with their investment. You don't dare. You dare not. And someone is telling you that you should only be limited in Nigeria. And they begin to describe Nigeria as a big place for us to expand. Madness. It is sad that some of us are believing that nonsense. Very, very sad. Yeah, welcome, my beloved sister Ojugo. Thank you for joining. Let's hear from you, my sister.
Good morning, Mr. Christian. Oh, good, happy Biafrans. Yeah, I've been on YouTube section listening to what is going on. I just have few things, before I go back to work. Oh, I hope the television is not bothering me. Okay, so first of all, when we do prayer, we always say, Nigeria, if you serve Nigeria, Nigeria, if you believe in Nigeria, Nigeria will happen to you.
Definitely.
So whatever that is happening over there in River State, I only pray for God to protect the innocent people, the civilians that just go to their work, go to market, buy food, and go back to their house. Let God protect them. But every other person there that have served Nigeria, that Nigeria is happening to them. So I'm not crying about it.
Oh, yeah.
So they should figure it out. They should figure it out. That's that of River State over there. Because for Ikwere and all these people that say they are not Igbo. Look at even Opobo that is. Opobo is from Umbano, King Jaja of Opobo. They know the history of yesterday. It's from Umbano. But went over there when he ran away from slavery and started life over there. So they are not. So that's, by the way. Senator Kobo, I don't have to talk. Whatever Nigeria wants to do with him, let him do. And I think somehow it's even to our own advantage, because right now he's going to pull his men out from our land and go back to fight the battle that they've created themselves over there in River State.
Exactly.
So For Soludo, I didn't watch it, but from what our brother said and what you put in detail, you have investment in another country. It's not, I don't know how to put it now for you not to go back to. We all are that are like, I mean, United States here. I have investment, you know. Does that prevent me from going home if I want to go home? I can put somebody there. I can sell it if I want to. I can still go back. That Biafra separates from Nigeria. If there can be peace. You can use a visa. What about we and Ghana? Our people drive into Ghana. So these things doesn't really, but sometimes you get surprised when somebody who is a professor, will come and be saying these things. You can say that it's just a way to brainwash. It's not that he doesn't know the real thing or, what's supposed to be done, but it's the way they've studied our people. They know what they will say to brainwash our people. So once you bring that up, the people in the north will say, yeah, that's why this Biafra thing will not work. You see, even the governor of Anambra said it, they know how to brainwash our people. It's the same tactics that the pastors, the leaders in the church are using to brainwash our people. You can imagine where somebody is seriously sick, dying, they keep you in the church praying for you, and you're there dying, and it didn't occur to you that you should go to the hospital. So when you see that level of you pity our people. I'm telling you, you pity our people. You'll be asking yourself, is this a human being thinking this way? Even the person that even keeps such person in that church praying, what is wrong? See, so I don't know. So Soludo knows what he's doing. He just want to come to the national TV and brainwash our people. We have business in the north. We have any. And so freaking what? If this is resolved, people have done it. Different countries have, and they still intermarry. They still do trade together. Countries do trade together. You can live anywhere in the country and do your business. So Soludo should just go sit down one side with this their brainwash kind of a talk. And it's so bad when it comes to somebody who is educated.
It's so sad.
It's so sad. Somebody who educated like him, coming down to that level to think like that. That's really insane, And then my only thing is our people need to be very, very strong and focused. Let them blow all the oil pipe. We'll be asking them to do that, and they were not doing it. So let them continue to do it now. It's going to help a lot. So our people need to be focused on what we're doing and let the river state sort themselves out. If that's a means for them to say, hey, you know what? We belong to Biafra, then we'll welcome them very well. But if they think that they will fight the fight by themselves, let them go ahead and do that and fight Nigeria. So my brother, I really love. I know why I always come into your broadcast because it's well organized, well matured, well like any if you're a refined person, you know where to go to get your information. You know where you want to find yourself. Not in anything, not in any saga or this. No, we've grown past that. So I really encourage you and continue. Don't deviate. I really love your this, and that's why even if 1 minute that I have, I want to come in. And if I don't come in, I am on the YouTube watching, and the YouTube, my name will come there as Doreen, you know.
Okay, yeah, I see it. I know your
Yeah,
name.
which is my English name, you know. So, and then when I sign up, you know, to come inside your this is, you know, it sign me in there with my native name, Ojungo. So, thank you and keep up the good work. It's not
Thank you
easy.
so
Every day, every day, every day. God will compensate you. We will compensate you by the special grace of God. Thank you so much. I will go
Thank you.
back to the background and listen.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you for that wonderful contribution. Thank you so much. So, my fellow Biafrans, every one of us, we must be consistent in our pursuit for this freedom. We must be consistent. Nigeria has nothing to offer to us. Nigeria has no plan for you and I. The earlier you understand this, the better. There is a video I'm going to play now. We have been given a warning. There was a time this warning came. All the way from Mazen Nandekano, and during the time of Mazen Simon, he gave the warning. And on my platform here, I played that warning. Even somebody called me privately to give that warning, say it's a dream or so, about leaving the money, people leaving huge amount of money in the bank. Our people that keep their money in Nigerian bank. If you have huge amount of money in the bank, this is not the time. This is not the time. If you are committing huge amount of money in the bank, you must be very, very careful. This warning came from Mazen Nandekano. Some of us forget so easily. Mazen Samanakwa warned. And we had that program for almost a week or almost a month, hammering on it. People called on their revelations they saw about, on dreams they saw about that very issue. That the government, a time is going to come when they are going to take away your money in the bank, those money you kept in the bank. They are going to start gradually, and they are going to start, you're going to see people leaving huge amount of money. At a point in time, the advice was given, it is if better you buy property in Biafra land or keep your money in gold or foreign currency. Open a foreign account, keep your money in foreign accounts. It is better. Open a foreign account, keep your money outside. Foreign account, forget about the Zoological Republic banks. I want you to listen to this very video. What happened to this man?
First Bank has involved themselves in a lot of criminal activities of their staff.
Deposit advices for the fixed deposits issued by First Bank. They said they were not, they could not trace it in their system, so he should go away. He wrote to the bank's MD, he wrote to CBN, and each of them were saying, we are investigating, we are looking into it, we are investigating. So he had to bring the matter to court. The total deposit of 550 million is not such funds that one would fold his hands and allow it to go to waste. So that is the dispute that is now before the court.
A certificate fixed deposit issued to me, 250 million and 300 million respectively, for over 10 years. From 2014, I left that because I did not want First Bank to be removed from my hometown. Then over time, as the Lord will have it, upon arrival into Nigeria, from the airport I went straight to Abuja to pick some funds. 55 million in a savings account had disappeared. And that was what triggered this. They said I had just made a withdrawal at Ozakolipa. I said it could not have been possible. They triggered an investigation, and it happened that indeed bank officials had withdrawn 55 million in 6 installments of 10 million and 5 million respectively, of which they accepted. They accepted responsibility, and it took about 1 week for the funds to be returned to me. It was then I became very afraid, as anybody would. Then I wrote to say I wanted to terminate my fixed deposit, only to tell me that my money was nowhere to be found. Stories. I mean, can you imagine that? And in the course of that, I've found out that First Bank has involved themselves in a lot of criminal activities of their staff. And they want to shy away responsibility as if their staff was different from them as an institution. Fixed means that the money is locked. Nobody should have access to it. And to the extent that the bank was unaware of their staff removing funds of individuals and using them for whatever purpose, that shows that there is a problem with supervision of the bank. And then to find out that it even happened at the highest level shows that something is fundamentally wrong with this bank. The bank has become a crime scene. There's need for investigation.
You have heard from this man. 550 million missing from his fixed deposit. This one is First Bank. I want to tell you that it is not only First Bank. Any Nigerian bank where you kept your fixed deposit, it is not safe. It is not safe. The earlier you begin to do something now, the better. This is not just about First Bank. This man is talking about his own experience, what transpires. The money he left in bank, he wouldn't even have known, if not that he came back from abroad and he wanted to go to take some money. And they told him that 55 million have been taken just a few days ago. And he said he didn't make any withdrawal. In the process now, he wanted to remove all the money he has in the bank because he's no longer safe. And they told him that the money is nowhere to be found. Such money doesn't exist. 550 million. 550 million. I think that's more than half a billion. And they are telling stories. And you know the zoo, once they start telling their stories, the story has started.
And in the course of
the story has started. You must be, and this is not just about the staffs. You see him mentioning staff. It is not just about the staff. There was a time the government also made an announcement that all the money that are in fixed deposit are not being used. They want to transfer all the money. That's what they call it, dormant account. All the money in all the dormant accounts should be transferred into federal government purse. Your money is not safe in Nigeria. Any place you have money in Nigeria, don't keep your huge amount of money in Nigeria. It's either you buy property, buy gold, or you open a foreign account. Buy property, buy gold, open a foreign account. Don't keep your money in Zoological Republic Bank. Do not keep your money in Zoological Republic Bank. You are setting yourself up for trouble. You are setting yourself for trouble. This announcement have come all the way from Mazi Dandikan, Mazi Sabanaka. It is happening. Don't say you are not one. Information is power. For those of you that have money in fixed deposit, you think, oh, it is fixed. Nobody will touch to it. Oh, it is fixed. Nobody is going to tamper with. Sorry. No. My brother Greg, say something on this issue before we go further to the last issue. Are you there, bro, Greg?
Yes. Yes, sir. Nigeria. Yo.
That's the country they want us to stay.
That is the people don't understand.
They tell you the money disappear, they grow wing and disappear.
People don't understand the extent of the damage in that country. This one say if you are talking about put in a foreign, open a foreign currency account. If you open foreign currency account, if you go there to withdraw that money safe, is a problem.
I don't mean open foreign currency account in Nigeria. No, foreign account is open it abroad, not in Nigeria. I don't mean open foreign account in Nigeria. No.
Okay. Okay. The point there is there is nothing that is not possible in that country, because you imagine a country where kidnapper will kidnap you, somebody, and that kidnapper, they will go to that person's account and ask him to use his card to transfer. Do transfer. And they will use that money and transfer money to bank in Nigeria. And nobody will. So this one is small case. This one is a case.
And it will not be traceable.
And it will not be traceable. So the bankers, people working in this bank, when they see dormant bank, money, plenty too much money, they start removing it to small. Now they satisfy themselves. They do their projects. Right? How will you be in abroad and keep such money in Nigeria? Which country? These are the kind of people when you ask them to contribute $50, he will not do it.
He will not.
So let him be writing what do you call a Senate president. He will still write for me, this kind of thing, I don't need to discuss it here.
No, for people, for those who fall victim, there are some of us that still have huge amount of money in deposit. You see, some of them claim they have fixed deposit in Nigeria. There are many of us that still have. It's a warning for them. So if you still have your own there, everybody should be able to know what to do.
I know one Igbo guy here. He doesn't have paper, but he's doing a very hard work and he's making good money. So he doesn't want to go and fight to get himself documents to live here. So I called him one day. I said, "Come." So when you come, I say, all this money, every time somebody wants to go home, you give him money to go and give. That money, what are they using that money to do for you in Nigeria? He says that they are using, if they change it, they open an account for him, they are banking it for him. So, just 1 minute. Hello. So, say they are banking the money for him. I said, they are banking the money for you. He said, yes. I said, okay. It's a pity for you if they are banking that money for you, but I will advise you, either you use that money and start buying property, or change it and look for where to keep the money in euro or dollar. Otherwise, you will go back home one day in Nigeria and they will tell you stories about that money. He said, no, he will kill somebody. He will kill. Nobody will tell me that one. I will kill. Oh no, okay, don't tell me that. I will kill somebody. I say, okay, don't worry. He will kill somebody. I said, no problem. I think when time reach, I will tell me how many people you kill. I remember how many people you have killed. So the point there is Nigerians doesn't want to learn, and no matter whatever you like, whatever you talk, anything you want to do, you do it. They don't want to learn, so there's no need of pitying them. It's just like you're talking about salute professor. A professor that's telling you that you have business everywhere, and as an Igbo man, you don't need to divide Nigeria. I will send you this thing. This a professor that is living in Germany. I think this man is living in Germany. He's a professor. There is a teaching. There is a program he did with the Dr. Damage. When they throw in this kind of question, he said, Africa is too small for Igbo man to expand his business.
Very small, let alone Nigeria.
There's a professor.
Nonsense.
He's an Igbo man. I think he's the professor here in Germany. He's living in Germany. You see, he said Africa is too small for Igbo man to expand his business. So when you're telling him, when you're telling him Nigeria, Igbo man have business, Igbo land is too small for Igbo people to expand their business. That person doesn't have brain. And this is a professor that promised you he will make a number to be Dubai.
Dubai and Taiwan.
So it's a bit. But please let Akonya will take. Somebody rang my bell that time, so let me attend to my.
Okay. Akonya, go ahead. Let's hear from you, my brother.
Yeah,
my brother, it's always shocking. You know, people are wired differently, and I always go back to the war. You see that war that we lose? Nobody should come and tell me that we do not lose that war. That war that we lose, that war dealt a big blow on every Igbo man. That war made us to be women. See many people shouting, mostly those our politicians, they are all woman rapper. But never mind. You know, during the time of the story in the Bible, when the brothers of Joseph ganged up and sold him out. When you study that story very well, you see that the owner of this universe, when he found favor in you, just as the owner of the universe has found favor in Igbo. Forget about how diverse we are today. Forget about those that do not believe that they are Igbo. But when he hold them down, they'll start shouting that even though my grandfather, my great-grandfather is an Igbo man, so all those things are just chorus. So God in heaven has found favor in Igbo people. That is why during 1940-something that the North started dealing with us. Even before then, he managed to raise Louis Ojukwu. He made sure he made sure that Louis conquered Africa. I read in history that it was his Rolls Royce that they used to carry Queen Elizabeth, the late Queen Elizabeth, when he visited Nigeria.
Yes.
He was the only man that has a befitting car as at then. He made sure that he put him there, and made sure that he nurtured and bring Ojukwu to be those men of caliber that had the Igbo people at heart. And prior to Ojukwu being aged and weak, he brought Wazirike, because all these men, they have played part,
of course,
in this quest for Biafra. It's just that confusion has made Biafrans, mostly the gullible ones, to be channeling their energy where it is not supposed to be used. So he made sure, God made sure that he called on Wazirike when the strength of Ojukwu was waning off. As Wazirike was being captured, molested, just as the likes of Soludo is saying today. If you go back to that broadcast, you will see that idiot saying his mind. He made it clear that all their visitation to Nnamdi is for Nnamdi to compromise. He said that he's not looking for Nnamdi to come and champion for Biafra, but for him to come to terms with them, so that they will be able to build Igbo land, as if the man is a fool. But you know, I want to sound, will I call it a prophetic today. When the way the Bible did told us that the ways of God are not the ways of man. When you look at the way things is going on, you see the heat that Nigerians are feeling today. When Nnamdi was saying all this, people, you know, the book that Simon handing to us, it is we in this USB are trying to be unraveling the book. The other guys in the other place, they are still in the dark. They are still in dark. But because of their shenanigans, they are impeding our progress. Nigeria is still witnessing the book, and as day goes by, each of the pages being flipped, and the inscription there will be read to them, and they will act it, they will play it. All the book that Nnamdi wrote for them. So that is why at times I will say that if Nnamdi is outside and Simon is outside, You know, God called Samuel? Which prophet anointed Saul? And that's Samuel or what? I don't remember. Can't recall now. To go and anoint Saul when the horse ran away. So he anointed him and made him king. Now, when the Israelites were praising him, he derailed. So at the time, I do look at these our leaders that are being confined. That maybe God saw it that if he allowed them to continue with the praises that is being showered to them, that they might derail, he would like to check them, put them on check. Because if Simon was here with us today, the story will be different. And all this hula baloo that is happening in Rivers State will not happen. Because Tinubu will still need Asari to help him do the job of killing our people and tagging them ESN and BLA. But when they played their wrong card, get Simon off the picture, and the confusion was thrown into the camp of the gullibles. There's no person to pin the atrocity again. They started seeing the clearer picture of their cohort. So my brother, you were analyzing about the notion that Igbos have business all over Nigeria. And when those messages are being preached to the full, it will make their head to boost. But they won't go back and study the businesses that Igbo has now and compare it with the businesses we had before 1965. Just carry the dollar rate, the riches, the wealth that Igbos were wielding both in academics and in business world. Now carry the dollar rate as at then, the economy, Nigerian naira to dollar. Some say it's 50 kobo, some say it's 30 kobo as at then. Check it and do your calculation. You will see that all the riches that they are wielding today, that is making their ego to rise, is nothing to compare to what our people had then. All the housing in the north, they said it is being owned by Igbo. Anywhere you see a block, a cemented block house, it is both in their villages that Hausa people we are still living in huts. It's only their Eme that have a good house. Compare and contrast it today, and they would come and tell us that Igbos. That is why I talk about history. All these our leaders have not taken. Some have studied though, but you know, as na ebe na obodo ndị isi n'onye ofu anya bụ na abụ eze ha. The problem is that many of them, after studying, like the so-called Professor Soludo, after studying and reading all these semantics and how to speak, they will come, they are very good in articulating their English. They will think that, I've arrived. The next thing is, how will I use this my English to make money? That is what they are doing. Because after the war, it was only few families that was able to go back to school. Many people became dropouts. Many that could not find their way to travel abroad. We suffered. That is why the politics they are playing in Igbo land is a politics of how much am I going to gain. So my brother, there's nothing much to say, but all I know is that God is indeed with us. Bible says now all things work together for good to them that believe in God. When I take another look at what is happening, I will discover that the hand of God is with us. Go around Nigeria today, see how Fulani are going about leashing havoc, mayhem on people. On those states today, they are protesting. Last week they killed 45 at once. maybe yesterday they killed 5 again. They are now staging protests at Ondo local government house. Maybe after the protest, I will still check. Maybe by tomorrow, I will update you whether police and army tear gas the protesters. But in Enugu, they tear gas people, injured people, and the ones that are ranting don't give NgoziOrabueze money. We are the rightful people. We are with the men on the ground. That they are men on the ground, are they sleeping? Or is their leg heavy? And to the Enugu indigene that chose not to support Simon, more especially that Ihamufu, because with the thing that Simon did, and Simon said it, that when he sent men to Ihamufu people will be the one to sabotage the men. You know, Nnamdi told, it was only that governor during that time that our spring leader was still preaching. What is his name? That came to apologize to Igbos. Ịmara ndị mmadụ ada ama. Ọ ya mee ndị mmadụ ada ama na okwu anyị na-ekwu n'ọnụ, the life we live. Not that man, the governor then, that governor that was among the G5.
Okay.
I will remember his name.
What is it? Former governor of Benue State.
Yes, if his name comes to my mind, I will say it. It was only that man that came and begged Nnamdi. He begged the Igbo for what they did during the war. Mana ndị mmadụ ada ama na okwu anyị na-ekwu n'ọnụ, omume ile eme dịka onye datachara mango tufuo ya. When you throw the seed away, it must germinate.
Governor Otom.
You say Samuel Otom, being the man in Otom.
Samuel Otom.
So, yes. They don't know. You know, during the war, the Fulani, I've taken my time to study some of the books of that 1967 Civil War. You discover that it was that Benue, those Middle Belt and Plateau Benue, they were the ones that the Janjaweed convinced to fight the Igbo. They were the ones that fought the Igbo. Ijaw people sabotaged the Igbo. Look at their life. Look at their life. Just look at them. 3 days ago, they chased they were running. Fulani chased one community for that Benue. So that if our people will go back in history, check. When you study that history, you now relate it to what is happening today. You will know where to stand. If I'm a person that like gossiping, you see Ada, you see Remy Juice, I would have been the one to say in your program that these people are thieves. But I don't like gossiping. Besides, then we were not doing it. Okay, even as we started trying to debunk them, I'm even still the one saying that we should not debunk them. But you know, when superior argument, superior point prove otherwise, you will know that you are not the one thinking right. Because when I list, if I want to know you, I'll just have to listen to you. Before I start joining your program, I've listened to you, let me say, straight 6 months. Before I say, let me join. But when I get to them, I will see them talking trash, talking rubbish. No coordination. Just wear the belly face. So what I'm trying to tell them today, that if they will go back to study history, the people, it is few of the people that fought the Igbos, that Fulani used, are still alive today. Many have died. Their children are facing what they committed against people that did nothing to you guys. You were killing our people, serving their head on tray, putting it on the train that is going to Enugu or Aba. Ojukwu said, stop killing my people. Stop killing my people. You went to Aburi, you had agreement with him that you guys will go back to regional government. Recollect your federal troop, let every region govern themselves. Came back. You came back and could not fulfill what you agreed on. Ojukwu went ahead and gave you time that I would declare Biafra. You delayed, he declared Biafra. You people attacked the Igbos. My brothers and sisters, I did know that after the war, there are many people were left in pain. Giving you 20 pounds, people died of kwashoko. But let us wake up. People did not wake up. That same thing will happen again. Listening to Soludo, they are all protecting their business. Obi, they are all protecting their business. Soludo that is speaking today, I will make Anambra, Taiwan, and Dubai. Did he even make Anambra look like Ghana? Let's forget about Dubai. Because in all, maybe it is when you come to West Africa, maybe it's Burkina Faso that is on the bullet train speed now that will overtake Ghana in West Africa. Soludo did not do anything. If our people will be asking questions, Soludo, where is your business that you employed the youth before you become governor? Where is point at one in Anambra State? None. But because maybe your brother is opportune to be SSA, they give you money, you come around, you rant. When we give them a boy, I'm on your below. Never match in that Enugu State, Monday, the police mirror. But of Amahi, they DOS. They are nowhere to be found again. They hardly talk again. They make a gift. They all post about Nigeria happening. They don't post about anything again. Puta Simon Kegbu. Now Simon Apola. Fulani asuzu na akwụ. Unu gụkwa ahụ ihe mere nụ fụkwa ihe na-eme. Onye ọbụla mara nke ọ na-ekwu. Olamlapụta ebe a, I will always speak the truth. You can't buy me, you can't pay me. I side nobody. As I'm speaking with the truth today, if he decide to derail, I will not fight him because I fight with evidence. It's either I do not come to his platform again or I stay on my own. It is until you give me evidence. That is when I will pin you. So whatever you are doing, do it with evidence. I come here because he goes with evidence, facts. Before he quote you, he will not quote you out of context. He will quote you verbatim. Whatever you say, whatever you do, he will tell you this is how you do it. So, I don't ga correlate. Ndị la-agba Biafra mgba correlate ihe la-eme na Benue and the rest of ndị losara the entirety of Igbo. Ndị Ijaw, their problem just na-ebido. And ọ ga-last for 10 years. Mark today la-agwa gị. If for Ijaw nation, Ijaw ajọ okwu niile ha gwara ndị Igbo, ihe mmeka ha la just ebido. Because they will make a mistake, federal government will make a mistake, then everywhere will be up in flames. But obodo adịghị mma bụrụ ndụ ise. But at the same time, gị bụ onye na-ekwujọ maka okwu nwere onwe taa jụọ kedu ka ihe a si bido ndị ala ebusisi kedu ihe ha mere. So that is the little thing I will say. Then to the Igbos, check how our people were doing before 1967 and know that all the money that Igbo people are flaunting today was nothing to compare what our people had then, because they had it then in business and in power. But today, you guys only have it in business. This one that Dave Umahi destroyed in business that went to Enugu, is it not one policy? Calabar waiting highway.
Simple, only one policy. The business is gone.
Only one policy, they will destroy it. If you are thinking that they will come and kill you and serve your head on a tray again, they won't come in that form again. They will just put up a policy and they will destroy you. By last year, people were crying in Abuja, Wike is taking our land. One policy. The day they will remember you in Kaduna, one policy. They are busy burning your shops in Lagos, burning, sending you to when they have one policy. During then, had go the day power. On a nake power kunuji, nake go kunuji. Had go the day power. So do na agwa kunu na nkasi kwa nke emeho. Ihe ha protect kwa bube ya na Abuja. Abu na okunye horo federal government. We can narị abịa akurie ya. Ọkwa mmanụ onye ọbụla sapere anya now. Sape ha anya now. Sapa anya mi kwudoro oge nkere. Kudo oge nkere. The only thing na ya kudo ya ebe anwa. Stop attacking us. When you ikudo oge nkere, tomorrow we tell. Because Agwa started that today must return by turn. Jagaban turn. Agwa na today na ogara after the crumb because nke ya keta bụ na ọkwụrụ aka tiri ọkụ ka akị. Jebe adịghị mma, laba adịghị mma. Mgbe ole nwe ihe o jeterela na federal. Fisi eme ya chief or his royal highness. O chere na ya na-abịa inweta ego na Rivers. Anapụkwa ya. So all those things calculate cha mana ụzọ adịghọrọ gị na Nigeria. Rochas Okorocha, all the things he did during Nnamdi, they promised him that he after Tinubu Buhari, he will be given president. Before he actually must state, he had a media organized. Onye kala no do Rochas today. This Ojuzo you see, Dave that is running around like a Chihuahua dog. Okay, ala biakwa. Ndị ofe mmanụ la pile kwaria court case. So all those things be ihe ndị be anyị kwesịrị ịghọta. Follow ihe ndị nke nọ n'ala Igbo, ndị nke nọ na Nigeria. Imetụ business gị chekụta ihe la eme ka ị mara ebe ịkwụ akwụ. Ndị nke nọkwa n'obodo oyibo were ego debela akụkụ because ndị obodo oyibo la asọpụta dị ọ na-ewe m iwe. Unu nwa nọrọgo lemisi ọbụla eluigwe nwa na-ala ekwu okwu ya na enwere phase 1 and phase 2 and phase 3. God anọ na phase 3. Nwa n'obodo oyibo nọkwala phase 1. Mana ndị nọ na Nigeria bụrụ ọkụ mmụọ ka ha nọ. Aghọta m ihe mere onye n'obodo oyibo ga-eji na-anara ego lere the struggle. Bụ ịnara ego gị kwube ihe na-abụghị kwesịrị ikwu ebe ọkpụkpụ aka gị nọ. So the earlier the better, but chukwu ọ gaghị agbaba ya aka. When I see things happen, I will know that the hand of God is in the life of Igbo as a tribe. God is still with us. If ndị niile mejọrọ anyị during the war, ha ga-collect cha. They will collect.
How compulsory?
Ha ga-collect cha. If you ndị ofe mmanụ, don't worry. If you are Tinubu eme, o mee ya ịma na 2027. Politics in Nigeria ashim ya laka. If you fụkwara enwekwana onye ga-emetere ya ebere. If 2027, ha mechi ihe ha na-eme na Tinubu win ifuru ogbugbu ndị Fulani na-egbula ala Igbo. Ala ma agwụ ya ndị ụmụnne m na-akụ asịrị. Tinubu win la 2027, ị ga-anọkwala Fulani Igbo gbam ala Igbo again. Ha ga-asụ ndị ofe mma na-akwụ. That's why nja ya unu. Ifolo ihe na-eme since 2011 ka m bido followa politics in Nigeria ọla efu m ego ka m follow ya. Ifolo ya mme gwara gị eziokwu. Ha ga-asụ ndị ofe mma na-akwụ. So ọ bụ na ịghọta all these things, forecast ya gee ihe niile Nnamdi kwuru. Ebe ọ bụ na ihe Nnamdi kwuru la-eme, what of nke Simon kwuru ebidobekwara ime. But many ga-apụta sị gị na ya na-eso Nnamdi, ya na-eso Simon. Ụfọdụ bụ na-apụta ala eme Simon na-ezi ozi ọma Chukwu kpọrọ ya. Ọ nọrọ ebe ọ nọ na-etu afa. Ọ pụta obie, ọ bata obie. Were rubbish. Amaghọdụ m la the thing la-egwe gị iwe che mmụọ nnake m ka ọ la-egwe iwe.
The thing they work on the work as we post video as somebody can cut and made it and my cut that side up now. I'm a cut here. It's very distracting.
Those things again, time on ya pay attention, get your money, you only see a little again.
Okay, again.
Put a quack at left. I'm more dear war. About that one I got on Nigeria. It's an more Biafra Bonyara. Come on, I got the banyan on or what did the tin or lago? Because I has no last for ne. When your mother put as a day speech here, well articulated and connected speech. But we all saw her make that mistake. You might call that in a mistake, but person like me, it's not a mistake. It wasn't deliberate. It was hand of God. So, more those their script to give you the play. I don't mind. Me anam na mbe perempe. Onwe henga wageta. Eple mumpe. Bido study ba. I don't know. No, people are born for something. I want to mind no na Nigeria. Mungale me problem because I got me stoop low ka me macho hime. I want na mechara po no na side. Munge me program mo. Ba me na Nigeria me program na maybe content creation. Maybe called Biafra Unite. No, I can't do that. Munge me program but me akpam na Nigeria kata ngrom. O one thing video watching. Program me na 30th September 1960. Before 1st October. Ogwe mana ndị na-delete gị na YouTube, ị ga-afụzi ya. Ndị Britain mere that Independence Eve. Mee drama ha mere ebe British soldier and Nigerian soldier na-eme. Ya na Emir soldier na-eme. Eme defeat British soldier. Ewereze the trophy. Bunyezi Emir. All these things from script in the Britain did. But many things in the Bible may attack, I just delete here to keep us in dark. But they didn't know that some of us, we are aware. We know all those things. Program, I didn't know na program na have no ego for Kalacho. O na demi just like wo. O no wo how lagba. O were akwụkwọ mmadụ ebo dere. Ọgụọ ya, analyze ya. Ọ mahụ na ọ ga na-etinye bonus na the struggle. Mana ịgba wowo ka nkịta ara. Ọ bụrụ na adanwanụ bụ ọpụta, enwere onye sendiri ya ihe ngwa na ọ na-enweta ezigbo information ka agụnwa si eme ka ugwo si eme. All these people scatter. Pụtala eme onye nke ada iwu onye ori mgbe adala ekwunyere gọọmenti. Kịta ọla ekwunyezi onye ọbụla lakpola Ngozi Orabueze. Ha wepụta those energy and be pushing the history to your followers, both indigenous people and non-indigenous people. When Nnamdi was preaching, Okohana 7, both Biafrans and non-Biafrans will come to listen to him. On countless number of times, ka ndofe mmanụ kpọrọ Simon ihe ileme daghị mma. Mmadụ ole kpọgoro ebe oge nkiri eme State of Union address. Countless number of times, even a comment section, you found the what you are doing. Mbosokara Dr. Damages, that man no chara meseria or no he had game. When you hear that man, you see that this person is onye onye this man merigoro. But look at us today. You only no defend okay, defend nka, defend the element hisi, nka. Happen here kwesịrị ime. Brother, tupu enyere anyị aka all I know na every day m tetere ụra mụnwa. M chekicha ihe my country bụ Biafra na-eme. Nchekenu nke nọ n'ime ya. Ị ga-asịzi na Igbo Biafra nọrọ na China. Ị ga-echeki n'ụzọ ha. Mara iwu ha pasịrị. Na ka m nwa si eme ya. Ichekicha nke Nigeria fụ na no problem. Just lie low. Keep yourself informed. Ndị niile asala na-egbu ha because ọ bụ na ndị be anyị ndị niile nọ na maybe ụmụ nwaanyị ahụ unu ewefute time ege bịa onwe kasị gị na ha na-egwe information ekwuru oke mgbe e nyere information na onye ọbụla ejezikwa n'ije abalị onye nyere ya ọ bụghị awa DPM kwuru ya But people they will tell you leave that woman rubbish. Iche ni jaba ndi police anwụrụ gị. Eputasị na ngozi ọ nọ na-arụ ndị bunu. Gụnwa ga-akpọkwa ndị bunu nwa sị atọpụkwana ihe Ngozi kwuru ọnụ. Ọ na-agwakọ with Nigerian government. With any information nke gị bụ nke nwere isi ị ga-eweta. Ọ ịkwasịrị. Ọra jisi ike na Chukwu jisi ike na ihe na-arụ bụ Chukwu ya akwụ onye ọbụla ụgwọ ya. Ọ ihe m kwuru onye ọbụla pụta kwuo nke bụ eziokwu. Maka ikwuwe eziokwu, onye ahụ si dịrị ndị Benue today, onye ahụ si dịrị Asari, this one na the recent one, onye a ka ọ ga-adịrị gị. Almighty Asari, turn by turn, Jagaban turn. Simon, who is Simon? Ị mana ha da-ama ihe, ya pụta ha na-akwụjọ all these two guys Chukwu tere mmanụ. Chukwu akpị agba gị ozugbo. Maka mbọsị ya ka ọ pụtara sị Simon, leave that one. Nnamdi is a thief. No problem. Ọ ga-emecha gba ọsọ mmiela mmiri. Ọkwa si ma agbala ọsọ. No problem. Ka anyị na-ejekwa n'ubi ka jila aka. Brother, continue.
Thank you so much, my brother. You've done very well. You've spoken at length, and I believe Biafrans are getting it. And our time is almost rounded up. So, my brother Greg, give us your closing remark. I'm just going to round up now because my time is already up. Let's see. Greg, are you free now? Give us your closing remark as we round up.
Yes, my brother, choose. We will continue. Now, maybe in your ask not to hear that Nanya Kaiji, so here they men at Port Harcourt, na River State, the Iguacha, we are watching very close. So we will see the end. My own interest is I want Asari to come out and make broadcast now. At least this is the time to know a man. So this
wicked
let him come and make broadcast. Kai we man na wake up. Yeah, because him and I will on us on what I start to ego le. And then what a log egbo. Yeah, na ngurungu na egbu ya. So the thing that they are na kita na ọbụna ndị Ijaw na ndị asụ ha bụ ndị Igbo na ha ama ihe kita ha supposed ime anya supposed imepe ha. The only a man in the whole of this thing is that Kubara is only a man. I like him as a man for his courage, for not giving up cowardly like Ambode in Lagos. So, but any other thing there is, they're going to play, we're going to see. So we'll be seen. I encourage all people who are fighting for freedom to continue without looking back and do anything they can to make sure that we actualize our dreams. So that is my own prayer, and that is my conclusion for today. Thank you, and God bless you.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, fellow Biafrans. We have done it today. We've just hit more than time. We just have to round it up now, and we will continue again tomorrow. Please, if you have not shared this program, share it to other platforms. Share to family and friends. Click like. In this media, you that is on the comment section, you are part of the media. Sharing it is one of the things we must do to get this information across. The social media is not our friend. They are not promoting our program. It is you and I that will promote it and get people to get into the program. So next time when you are coming, bring your friends, share the program and share it on your groups, any platform you are. May Chukwu continue to guide and protect us. May Chukwu continue to guide and protect every single one of us as Biafrans, home and abroad, wherever you are. We must continue, and our victory is sure. May Chukwu guide and protect our Deputy Prime Minister, Dr. NgoziOrabueze. May Chukwu guide and protect our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Epa. May Chukwu guide and protect our Supreme Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Guide him, protect him, secure him. All our leaders, more wisdom, knowledge, understanding, and divine protection. Thank you so much for being part of this program. I will see you again by the grace of God tomorrow. Thank you. Okay.
Uche onye adịghị njọ. Aga m ekwu sị Our government ga-ede akwụkwọ as in form of a constructive document. Degara other leaders of Ijaw na-abụkwa Sario. Gwa ha na the letter. Say gwa ha ọkwa ha fụrụ ihe meji asị ha na Nigeria enweghị hope for them. Ka ọ bụkwara a document down o. Uche onye adịghị njọ ka m na-ekwu o. Because there are leaders there now. Enwere leaders even within Ijaw nation. Ha Magola Asari is a buffoon. So our government now, their handles, their link, they enwe ka esi mara ha. Mwala suggest na ga-ede akwụkwọ in the heat of this thing now. Degara ha. Say this is the reason why we as no enwe ka state ebe anwa, let the governors or the administrators of every state, let government order them to write letter now, official letter ga-enwe letter headings. Nigga say those leaders that support in high level before. Let it be well detailed to them that niya be here jagwa ha hope adịghọrọ ha, because the here be developing something there now. As day goes by, the real thing will be unfolding. But I ask na ka anyị nọrọ on defense, not to pinch tent. So more like your government guys through the administrators of all those states. Ka ha make sure na ha capture all the leaders na abụghị ndị in line with Asari. Yeah, because Tinubu gbasara nye ego now o mechikọ ọnụ, because ọ bụrụ ma ịba mba Asara ga-agbakọ ene mba, because ọ gba mba now ga-achị azụtụ nka.
Thank you. Thank you, my brother. It is noted, and I believe my government is always making the outreach, and the members of the cabinet who are watching will observing also if there is any other things to add on that outreach of people. They will continue to do it until we get what we want. Thank you so much. Stay blessed. We'll see you again tomorrow.
Natulaje bwana mabuli vemelem kuja Otibe kwa natulane bovo Timalugo no godo kokodo nyano be hule Dani mona tulilu Na ya kalakala kwa lerinu mwangulu Ngula matali woso jere futa mbaka njuba diali Ama abulezi okwenu Na baka la keluego nezi enwe Nuboti akala keluego nudezi Baka na baba neno wa aralu nunuteyi Umu Biafra kunyenwe Umu Biafra kunyenwe Unanu kwa ni mono nuno mono nezi biakenenwe Ono nenu lira tono na nagulugu senyi tono nugu banataye Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana nyuko no 1 million no we bofu wa mabulezi okwe Naka ni kwata million ke pa kwacha sienyi ka kesu ezo pabule be wero tamano Umu Biafra kuyenwe Kanyi wele fobi wena tabanu banyo Makana fobi abakama